Yep, that's right.
That's the case. We all did sin. You know, I'm not telling all of us that dealt with an Edomite woman.
Yep.
So it's over for us then. You know? Yep.
Go ahead and read that Ezekiel, Barbara, because after you get your precept, because I know you have one.
Oh yeah, con. This is going off of what y'all brothers is building on as far as these other teachings, these other doctrines, getting all fumbled up and jumbled up, man. This First Corinthians 1:17. Now I beseech you, brethren, mark them which cause divisions and offenses contrary to the doctrine which ye have learned.
Yep.
And avoid them.
Yeah. The doctrine that we have learned, we learned it from the men of Great Millstone, starting off with Apostle Tahar, Apostle Rakah, Apostle Ariamla, Apostle Gabar, and all the elders, right? Those that go contrary to what we learned, it said, do what? What's the physical action that you must do?
It says to avoid them.
Avoid them, man. All right. There's no point in, like you had read earlier in Amos, there's no point in you talking to a nigga that don't agree with what you got, with what you doing. Let him be. The Apostle Tahar here did a video where Jake was out there teaching, and the nigga woman came out with a hammer and all this other bullshit, and he asked, what would you do? And then he quoted Matthew 10 that take your feet off the dust and leave that down, man. That's what you got to do with people that don't agree with what you got going on when you're teaching the truth. Or in other things in life, you got to avoid them. Go ahead, brother.
I bring it
up. Okay, go ahead. Get that
Ezekiel
33 and 1.
Ezekiel 33 and 1, again, the word of the Lord, Yahweh Shai, came unto me, saying, Son of man, speak to the children of thy people.
Who is Ezekiel's people? If I'm correct, Ezekiel is a Levite, all right? So his people are Levites, right? And if that goes back into his forefather, which was his name was Levi, right? That goes back to Israel. So his people are Israelites. Go ahead, brother.
Continuing on, and say unto them, when I bring the sword upon a land, if the people of the land take a man of their coast and set him for their watchmen.
I'm gonna start over here, Father.
If the people of the land take a man of their coast and set him for their watchman.
Yep, and the Lord has taken us from the coast, from the four corners of the world, and set us on our duty to be watchmen. And we're supposed to do a certain thing, man. We're supposed to let the people know when trials and tribulations are coming, how they're coming. All right, the pestilences, the diseases, all right, the famine, all right, the sea here, all right, the ravishing of women, all right, the torture of kids, the torture of men, all right, the wars, the pestilence, all those things. That's what we're supposed to do as watchmen set up by the Lord.
Continuing on, just like the brother Karab here said, blowing that trumpet. If when he seeth the sword come upon the land, he blew the trumpet and warned the people.
And that's what we do, right? We out here blowing the trumpet, warning the people, like that Jake that came up. Hey, he didn't know what the sea was, man, so we had to tell him. Hey, and that's blood off our hands, man, because that's one more person that knows not to take that dangerous device when it comes. And if the Lord put the spirit on him to do so, then that's between him and the Lord. But he knew better. Keep going, brother.
Like I say something too, man. Brother. It's clearly evident. Our people have forgotten who they were, who they are, and that they're lost in the source. And that's why the Lord sent us out here to provoke, to basically provoke those thoughts in our people. And clearly, we are a stiff-necked rebellious people, and a lot of certain things have to happen to our people. We have to see certain things physically. Sometimes, they can experience something, not going through something physically and see it. But us being out here, letting our people know that so-called the devil, what he has done to us, knowing that this is not our homeland, this is not our society. So it's devil in every corner. Things that seem right to our people is really to lead to death. That's why the Lord has sent us out here to provoke the thoughts and the mindset of our people for their remembrance, man. And that's what you see,
If I may add, that word, he's not using that word provoke in a violent way. He's using it to get our people to think. Think, because Jake don't like to think. Jake like to be told what the fuck to do.
Oh, Jake think.
Oh, wickedness.
Go ahead, you want this is Ezekiel 33, verse 4, continuing on. Then whosoever heareth the sound of the trumpet and taketh not warning, if the sword come and take him away, his blood shall be upon his own head.
So look, the trumpet, metaphorically, is our voices, man. All right, and collectively, as a whole, you got the voice or the trumpets of the Lord being blown throughout the four corners of the globe, man. So this word is being put out, man, and the sword is coming. All right, and so are all the things that prelude to the sword coming, man. The sea up, because the sword ultimately is going to be the judgment of the Lord with these nuclear missiles. All right, but a prelude to that is this sea up, man, that's going to be coming here shortly, man. Really, really, really shortly. Hopefully this year, man, because we are in the year where we hope and pray that the Lord allows all the prophecies to come to pass as coined by Apostle Tamar. Was there more?
That was it on that.
All right. Go ahead.
Psalm 3:1. And Psalm of David, bless the Lord of my soul, all that is within me, bless his holy name. Bless the Lord of my soul, and forget not all his benefits. That's what I've been telling our people, man. Remember the benefits of worshiping the Lord. Because, hey, the Lord is the only one that's going to have to save you, redeem you, and protect you in these days. You know, your physical strength, your weaponry, remember God you worship, or your money, or your substance, that's not going to protect you. So, we're telling our, we're putting up a remembrance of who to come to, and who, to provoke that thought. That, the so-called white man is your enemy, not your friend. Everything he does, this devil does, to put the money is to deceive you. They think shit's sweet. They think everything's okay. I can just wake up, brush my teeth, jump in the shower, go outside, work, go to school, go to college, and, whatever comes with it, whatever comes my way, whatever I like, whatever feels good to me, whatever sounds good to me, I'm going to indulge you. But really, it's your demands, man. And we're out here telling our people the ways of this world, the acceptance of the society is going to get you fucking hurt, man. Especially if you take that front.
That's right, brother.
I'm going to keep going. It says, who forgiveth all thine iniquities, who healeth all thy diseases.
And if I may add, the Lord gave Yahushua the ability to do so. Because when you read in Matthew 28 and 18, it says that he has all power in heaven and in earth. And if you read throughout the Gospels, it says that the Lord has the ability to heal the sins of man on earth. All right, Yahushua, man. Go ahead, brother.
It says, who forgiveth all thy iniquities, who healeth all thy diseases, who redeemeth thy life from destruction.
And that's Yahushua, man. And the Lord is going to redeem, which means to buy back or bring back the elect, man, and put them in their former glory where we were when we built the world with the Lord, man. All right, that's what's coming. So that's a reason for you to not partake in this system and take that seed up, man. All right, so you can be returned to your former glory with the Lord, man. But again, it's up to the Lord if you take that seed up or not, because everything's in the hands of Yahweh Shemel Shah. Again, I'm a reference back to 28:18. Go ahead, brother.
It says, who crowneth thee with loving kindness and tender mercies, who satisfieth thy mouth with good things, so that thy youth is renewed like the eagle.
And the good things that the Lord has satisfied our mouth with is the knowledge and understanding of who we are, who our power is, and what we need to do to come back into the grace and love and kindness and the mercy of our power, man. All right, and that one is by having faith, come out here teaching His word, man. Proclaiming to your people who they are and what to stay away from. What to get is that seed here. That was it. Go ahead. Oh, see, that First Peter. I did get that Jeremiah 51 in there. I just want to build off the destruction of America. Go ahead, brother.
It's 1 Peter 3:9. The Lord is not slack concerning His promise, as some may count slackness.
Yep, the Lord is not slack. The Lord is not slack, man. And when you look up somebody that's slack, Jake is lazy, right? Jake be slacking off on the job, half-ass doing whatever he got to do. The Lord ain't in that mindset, man. Because the Lord is in the mindset of bringing His people back into their holy land, putting His people back into righteousness. The Lord is about destroying this place, man, because of the wickedness that's foregone in this place. There was just a news article where it says the FDA is trying to approve I want to. I want to be correct and not get a strike, but they are trying to approve some members of the alphabet gang to be able to donate blood, man. That's sick, man. That's sick. Go ahead, brother.
2 Peter 3:9. The Lord is not slack concerning his promise, as some men count slackness, but is long suffering to usward, not willing that any should perish, but that all should come to repentance.
Hey, and that all ties into Israel, right? It's not the whole goddamn world, man. All right, it's the world of Israel. More specifically, the elect of Israel, man. Okay, because those are all that who's going to repent. If a brother don't mind looking it up, it's in Ezekiel, where it says, basically when it says the Lord's basically the prophecy came to pass, it's in Ezekiel. Dang, man. How's the story? I'm trying to think, man. Where it says basically it's talking about and basically it's saying that it's Terry.
Wait for it.
No,
surely come.
That's in Habakkuk, but what I'm talking about is in Ezekiel.
Okay, what you good? I will look for it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring out Jeremiah 51.
No, I want him to go through some more first Peter before he gets Jeremiah 51.
This is verse 10. It says, "But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, and in which the heavens shall pass away with great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat."
Yep, the Lord's gonna come when we least expect it, man. All right, that's what the thief in the night does, man. If you out in the crib all cooped up with your baby mama, your woman, if you're a woman in this truth, your husband, and somebody kicking your door, you're not gonna expect that, man. So when the Lord rolls through and this great chariot, man, okay, to bring down the sick, it's gonna be when nobody knows. We could be asleep, we could be doing our day-to-day at work, we could be doing whatever. And the Lord gonna slide through on your ass and you ain't gonna know what's gonna hit you when he comes, man.
Yeah, we know that.
Nigga woman, man, she gonna die, man. Anyway, right? Oh, so anyway, the Lord Yahweh, he's gonna come and destroy this place where we least expect it, man. That's what it comes. That's what it means to be a thief at night. He's coming, and it says the elements are gonna melt with fervent heat. Look at everything that's around you, man. The buildings, the cars, the people, all right, the money, these churches, all these things gonna burn up, man. When the Lord throws these thermonuclear missiles down here, man, and they're coming. They are coming. We gotta keep in mind that war is on these governments' mind, man, because somebody else wants to be in the power seat. But according to the scriptures, Daniel, the 2nd chapter, Yahweh got the next kingdom that's coming up. Keep on, bro.
It says, "But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat."
I looked up the other day how this thermonuclear missile fire, right? 100 million degrees Celsius. That's hot, man. You don't want that smoke with the Lord, man. All right, so again, I'm gonna say it. Don't take the C here, okay? All right, and don't continue to be a part of this beast system. All right, because this beast system is going down. Keep going, brother.
God, it says, "The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of person ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness?"
And the person that you should be, if you know this truth, you should be out on the highways and byways, man. All right, because that's part of your conduct, man. You should be telling your people that, hey, you need to avoid this. This is what you need to do to come back to the Lord. Stop doing this. Start doing this. Keep the commandments to the best of your ability. Right? Stop idol worship. All these wicked things that this world is forcing on Jake to partake in, that's what you need to be out here prophesying against, man.
Verse 12, it says, "Looking forward, hasting unto the coming of the day of Yahweh, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat."
And we should be hastening for this day, man, because guess what? When that day happens, all right, you're going to see people die. You're going to see people get beamed up. And you should be one of those people that get beamed up if you're out here doing this work. And you're preaching it all truth and sincerity. You should want the kingdom to come about. That's why you should hasten that day, man. so you can get your reward, so your people can be in righteousness. So you don't got to wake up and punch the clock for a 9-to-5 job that's paying you, that's wasting your time, basically paying you with fiat currency. All right, you should hasten the day of the Lord, man. You should pray for the day of the Lord to come quick. Was that verse 12? Go ahead. Did y'all have something? If you did, go ahead and get that my 51. It's all good, brother. I think it's 12, but I'm not sure off the top of my head.
This Jeremiah 51, the prophecy against Babylon.
Yep, against Babylon, because that's who we are against, man. We are against America, man. If we out here preaching, we're not preaching for America. We are preaching for the destruction of this place, man. Yeah, it is 12. It is Ezekiel 12. If you can get Ezekiel 12 and 25, Zariala. Yeah, Ezekiel 12 and 25, and then go ahead and get that.
This book of Ezekiel chapter 12 and verse 25, and it reads, "For I am the Lord Yahweh, I will speak, and the word that I shall speak shall come to pass."
Yep, and the Lord did speak. How do we know that the Lord spoke? The Lord spoke through the prophets, man, and the prophets wrote down what the Lord spoke directly to them. The brother had read in Ezekiel 33, "Thus saith the Lord," right, at the beginning, and look, the Lord said it. And so what did the Lord say about the destruction of America? It's going to happen. All right, it's going to happen. Go ahead, brother.
And again, verse...
Hold on. Yeah, that's more.
It says, "It shall be no more prolonged, for in your days, O rebellious house, will I say the word and will perform it, say the Lord Yahweh thy power." It says again, "The word of the Lord came to me, saying, Son of man, behold, they of the house of Israel say, the vision that he seeth is for many days to come, and the prophecy of the times that are far off."
Yeah, well, guess what? We in the times where the prophecies are getting short, and the prophecies are coming to pass, and because the time is getting shorter, man. So Jake want to be out here, oh, well, this ain't going to happen in my lifetime. My grandma said this 100 years ago. All this other nonsense that Jake be coming up with. Hey, man, the America had hit their debt ceiling yet once again, man. Every year they go through this nonsense, man. Or every other year they go through this nonsense. Inflation is through the goddamn yin-yang, man. All right? The currency is losing its value, man. And I believe the Saudi Arabian people, they about to dump the dollar, man. And Yep. And then you got every nation making their own digital currency, man. So guess what? What you people gonna do, man? You people gonna conform to this world because you like the future comfort that you got, and you're gonna take that seed up, but you don't need to. But the promises of the Lord are coming to pass. It's not gonna be prolonged anymore. Go ahead, brother.
It says, verse 28, "Therefore say unto them, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh Elohim, there shall none of my words be prolonged anymore."
That's right, man. They're not going to be prolonged anymore, man. All right, because if you in the spirit of hastening the coming of the Lord, you should be praying to the Lord, "Hey, Lord, hurry and make this chip come to pass. Hey, Lord, hurry up and bring about war for, the destruction of America." These are some things that you should be praying for or praying about because you want to get the hell out of here, man. You should want the Lord to have what he worked so hard for on your behalf when he came down here and died for your transgressions, man. You should want the Lord to sit in the crown of thorns in his glory, and you right next to him judging the 12 tribes of Israel, man. You should want those things instead of wanting fiat currency, things that break down, women that leave you, kids that's disobedient, a job that's going to kick you to the curb in 10 years if you don't obey to what it is, conform to what it is that they want. A medicine system that's going to keep shooting you up with drugs. You should want these damn things, man. An education system that ain't teaching you nothing. You should want these things. You should want what the Lord got set up for you, man. Go ahead, brother.
It says Ezekiel chapter 12 and verse 28. It says, "Therefore saith unto them, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh the Elohim, there shall none of my words be prolonged anymore, but the word which I have spoken shall be done, saith the Lord Yahweh the Elohim."
Yep, so the words that the Lord Yahweh outside have spoken, they're going to be done. They're going to be done. It's not going to be done smack dead in your face like, oh, look, now here we go. If you see it, everything happens gradually, right? Because if you read the book of Ezekiel, when he when he packed up his stuff and went off into captivity or portrayed himself going off into captivity, showing Israel that's what was going to happen unto them, then it actually happened. Like we out here telling Jake, hey, to see if it's this, and it's gradually happening or it's gradually being shown to people through social media, through the political system that America has set up, with the economic system that's falling. It's gradually coming to pass, man, and signs are being shown unto you, but you Jakes, y'all don't want to take heed. So the Lord's going to show you when these nuclear missiles hit that you should have taken heed. The word is not going to prolong. The prophecies are not going to prolong. The word has already came out. Now we just waiting for the Lord. The water, brother. Did you, all right, Karad, did you have something?
Psalm 94:12. Blessed is the man whom thou chastenest, O Lord, and teachest him out of thy law, that thou mayest give him rest from the days of the adversity. That thou mayest give him rest from the days of adversity, until the pit be digged for the wicked.
Yep, and the pit that be digged for the wicked. America is about to be that big ass pit where a lot of people gonna burn, man. All right, and the pit is equivalent to the grave, man. And this place is going to be a big-ass graveyard for people. According to Isaiah the 34th chapter, it's going to be a place for also ravenous beasts, man. So certain types of grotesque-type birds and all the other good stuff that the Lord got set up for this place. You got it, brother.
It says, for the Lord will not cast off his people, neither will he forsake his inheritance. But judgment shall return unto righteousness, and all the upright in heart shall follow him. Who will rise up for me against the evildoers? Who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity? And
you see men out here for you, how about you not standing up against the workers of iniquity and the evildoers, man? By telling them, going back to Isaiah 50:81, the Lord's people, what their transgressions are, man. That's where it starts at, standing up for the Lord, man. All right, and then telling this system, Esau Edom in this system that is going down, man. That's what it means to stand up for the Lord. Also to do what it is that's pleasing unto him, but that's also what it means to stand up for the Lord. You got it, brother.
It says, unless the Lord had been my help, my soul had almost dwelt in silence. When I said, my foot slipped, thy mercy, O Lord, help me up. In the multitude of my thoughts, within me, thy comfort delight my soul. Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by law?
The answer is no. Because especially if the mercy of the Lord is helping us up, and the mercy of the Lord through Yahweh, via Yahweh's sacrifice, which has brought us back into the understanding of who we are, we don't have no fellowship with goddamn iniquity, man. And neither does it have any with us. Go ahead, brother.
They gather themselves together against the soul of the righteous, and condemn the innocent blood. The Lord is my defense, and my power is the rock of my refuge.
Yep, so the Lord is our defense, man. All right, and what's the scripture? I think it's in Proverbs. The name of the Lord is a strong tower. Those that run into it are safe. Right. That's defense for you right there. But the name of the Lord, you got to know the name of the Lord. It ain't no goddamn God or Jesus Christ.
Last verse. And he shall bring upon them their own iniquity, and shall cut them off in their own wickedness. Yet the Lord our power shall cut them off.
Yep, the Lord Yahweh our power, the power of the Israelites, because it was the Israelite man that wrote that song, right? It wasn't an Edomite man or Islamite man. Okay, it was the Israelite man. All right, so Yahweh was the power of the Israelites, and it says it all through the scriptures. Go ahead, brother, get that Jeremiah 51.
This Jeremiah 51. Going into what you said, thus saith the Lord.
Yep, thus saith the Lord. I didn't say it, the Lord said it, brother. The one that's on the Lord said it, brother, not me.
That's right. Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, behold, I will raise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me, a destroying wind.
Yep, and that destroying wind is going to these thermonuclear missiles, man.
And it will send upon Babylon banners that shall fan her, and shall empty her land, for in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about.
Hey, and it's gonna be all these other nations that's gonna send these thermonuclear missiles over here, man. And Lord will, hopefully, when America shoots some of their thermonuclear missiles off to hit these other nations, Lord will, the spirit be on the missiles to come back and hit America, man. All right. So, cause that's what you should want. That's part of hastening the day of the Lord, wanting that to happen. Keep on, brother.
Against him that bendeth, let the archer bend his bow. Against him that lifteth himself up into Against him that bendeth, let the archer bend his bow, and against him that lifteth himself up in his Brandon.
Yeah, his armor.
Brigadon.
Yep, his armor. So, hey, a proud person lifts themselves up, man. And who's the most proud person in the world, man? You fucking white people, man. All right? So the Lord got archers, the Lord got thermonuclear missiles from these other countries to hit the most proud place in the world, man. America.
Yeah, and the bow's already been, all right? With these missile silos, all these missiles are already ready to go, man.
Yep.
Okay, so you could say that the bow is already being bent and pulled back. You know what I'm saying? It's already ready to go, already ready to be launched, all right? Ready to be shot off, okay? You know? Because all these nuclear missiles, man, they're sitting in their missile silos, okay? You know, they're all these different vehicles, they're in these warships, you know? So they're already ready to go, you know? And it really don't even have to take them to actually hit the button or execute an attack, okay? The Lord can have the chariots, all right, shoot these missiles off simultaneously, man, you know?
Yep, that's right. Go ahead, brother.
Continuing on, and spare ye not her young men.
Hey, the young men are the people that's going to go to war for this place, man. The Lord is going to put the spirit on these missiles on the people, all right, that's launching off these missiles to not, hey, don't spare these people, man. All right, because they ain't did nothing but wickedness against the people of Israel anyway. Go ahead, brother.
Destroy ye utterly all her hosts.
All her armies, all right? Whether the army be over here in America preparing to go to another country or already in that other country, Lord will that he put some missiles over there for their ass, man. Go ahead, brother.
Thus the slain shall fall in the land of the Chaldeans, and they that are thrust through in her streets.
Yep, you're going to see dead bodies out this motherfucker everywhere, man. Right. Go ahead, brother.
For Israel, Yasha'Allah, have not been forsaken, nor Judah of Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
Yep, so just like the brother Karab had read earlier in Psalm 94, right? That was the Psalm 94 you had read, right? Where the Lord didn't forsake Israel. Yeah, it tells you again, all right? In the book of Jeremiah, the Lord has not forsaken his people. And then it says that to you in the 1 Corinthians, right? Go ahead, brother. I want to finish it and you get yours.
Nor Judah of his power, of the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai of hosts, though their land was filled with sin against the Holy One of Israel.
And how is the land filled with sin now? Back then, right? Jacob's out there idol worship, right? What's in the land now that's filling the place with sin? You got those LGBT, those alphabet people out there having those parties in Tel Aviv. You got kosher pork. You got these people those imposters over there acting as if they're the people of the Lord, man. But they're not, man. Go ahead, brother.
Verse 6, flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul.
All right, that don't mean pick your motherfucking bags up, be a passport, bro, and go down there to Timbuktu and marry you a woman and stay down there. No, leave the doctrines and philosophies of America alone, man. Because you staying engulfed in those doctrines and philosophies is going to get you killed. Like the brother Matthew had read earlier in 1 Peter. What manner of conversation should you be knowing all things is about to come to this place? All this fire is about to come to this place. Your conversation should be separating yourself from the ways of fucking Babylon, man. That's how you flee Babylon. Because guess what? If your judgment is to die by fire from the Lord via a thermonuclear missile, the Lord can send a missile to just for your ass in whatever country you flee to, or the Lord can have you pulled back to Babylon in whatever way, form, or fashion that he chooses to, and have your ass burnt up by fire here. So you cannot escape the long arm of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. So in order to flee Babylon, you got to leave the doctrines and philosophies of America behind. Example, celebrate Christmas. All right, celebrating your holidays. All right, giving yourself over to the government, and it means by taking that seat or following in line with their vaccination processes, man. There's so many other things, man. But go ahead, brother.
Be not cut off in her iniquity.
Yep, because if you partake in this system, you're gonna be cut off with this system, man. And just like you say in Revelation 14 and 9, man, the smoke of their torment went up forever. Those that, conform to the system by taking that seat here. You're gonna be cut off, man. Go ahead, brother.
This is the time of the Lord's vengeance.
The Lord's vengeance. We don't got no might in our hand to take vengeance against Esau, Edom, and these nations that done things against us. Yahweh Shema Shah is gonna do so. Via the chariots, via Yahweh Shah's return, via the angels, via the chariots, via the laser beams on the chariots, via the thermonuclear missiles, via the pestilences and diseases, the famines, okay, the ravenous beast that's gonna be out here killing people. All right, there was a dog that shot his owner. Somebody put that in the group chat, a news clip. Yeah, see, look, the Lord set that up, man. The Lord did that, man. And then there's always packs of dogs attacking people. So you come on now. Go ahead, brother.
He will render upon her a recompense. Babylon have been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken.
Yep. The Lord has allowed America to spread his philosophies, his doctrines throughout the four corners of the globe. Everybody wants to be a Babylonian in some way, shape, or form. Everybody wants to do something that cultivates towards the Western society. Go ahead, brother.
The nations have drunken of her wine. Therefore, the nations are mad.
Yep, they deranged. They don't know what right looks like anymore. They don't know how to follow the morals of their country or their God, right? They don't know what right looks like because they see what Babylon has produced and they want to partake in it, man. Even Jake over here, man, the brother was saying earlier, like he ain't seen somebody so long in this area, this area that we in, with their pants hanging off their ass. You see Jake walking down the street, hands all the way down to his goddamn knees, man. Don't make no sense, but that's part of that Babylonian juice, man. Go ahead, brother.
Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed.
Can somebody get that word fallen in the Hebrew? Because it's different from what's going to be in the Greek. Keep going, brother. Because we know in the Greek, I think the word was piptu, and it means to be taken from, just roughly paraphrasing, out of grace to be put in the lower state, man. And that's what's happening in Babylon, slowly but surely, man. If you got it, bring it out, brother. You got it?
The Paul for Jeremiah 51:8. Right?
That's where you at, right?
It says the Hebrew word Nepal. It says to fall, lie, be cast down, to fall of violent death.
Yep.
It says to fall prostrate. It says fall upon, attack, usurp. It says to go away.
Yep. So fall of violent death, to go away, to fall prostrate. Some of the same things that piptu mean in the Greek. Go ahead.
It says to fall in a great variety of applications.
Yep. So look, politically, America's falling now. You got Sleepy Joe, motherfucker don't even know his name. You got the economic system falling down, right? You got the education system already been shit. The family structure has already been shit. So in a variety of ways, America is falling. Go ahead, brother.
It says to overthrow, overwhelm, perish. It says to smite out, slay, surely throw down.
And that's what the Lord's going to do. Smite out, perish, overthrow, and lie down this motherfucking wicked-ass place, man. Go ahead, brother.
How for her take balm for her pain, if so, she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed.
That's right. Babylon is not healed, man. It is not going to be healed, man. Okay? America is not going to be healed. No matter how many new normals they throw on y'all people, man. All right? There's no healing for this place, man. Okay, because this place is straight wicked, man. You should be praying and hoping that the Lord, every day, that the Lord brings about these prophecies quicker and sooner so this place can be destroyed, man. Go ahead, brother.
Forsake her.
Forsake her.
And
Forsake. That means to turn away from. Leave alone. Walk away from. Let that shit go.
and let us go, everyone, into his own country.
Right? Well, we can't go into the nation, to the land of Israel right now. But these other nations, when they start seeing America catch all this hell, they're going to be trying to flee up out this motherfucker, man. But we're going to endure. The elect is going to endure, and we're going to get put in our land in the right way, man, in new bodies with a new mindset, okay? And everything's going to be perfect, man. Go ahead, brother.
For her judgment reaches unto the heaven.
Her judgment, America's judgment, man. You're going to see the smoke of her torment, man. Isaiah the 34th chapter, man, tell you that the mushroom cloud, man. Go ahead, brother.
And is lifted up even to the skies.
It's up to the skies, man. Up to the skies. Go ahead, brother.
The Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai have brought forth our righteousness.
Yep, and the righteousness comes via the sacrifice of Yahweh Shai, man. Right? The righteousness was of the law, is of the law, and we can't keep that law, but through Yahweh Shai's sacrifice and faith in that, faith in Yahweh Shai, and faith in what the Lord has done for us, makes us righteous, man. Romans the 5th chapter, man. Go ahead, brother.
Come and let us declare in Zion the work of the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai, our power.
Yep. So come and let us declare the work of our power in the land of Zion, man. We're gonna see everything that the Lord has done for us, man, in the time of salvation, right? We're gonna see everything that the Lord has done for us in our past lives and in this life, that how He has protected us, kept us away from certain things and certain people, all right, certain ailments, the Lord has protected us in ways that we cannot see. In the kingdom, we're gonna know those ways, man. So we're gonna be able to declare fully the works of Yahweh Shemel Shai, man, in that day. Dog, y'all, you have something? Go ahead, brother.
Quick precept, pertaining to America being destroyed via nuclear missiles. All right, because like he read in Jeremiah 51, it says that the saints have reached up to the heavens. Second Ezra, chapter 16, last verse 13. It says, "For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow." And who is that right hand? That's Yahweh Shai.
That's right, brother.
It says, "His arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss. They begin to be shot into the ends of the world." What arrows do you know that shot throughout the four corners of the world, man? All right, that's how you know they're talking about nuclear missiles, man. All right, they're shaped like arrows. It says, verse 15, it says, it's like in verse 14, it says, "Behold, the plagues are sent, and shall not return again until they come upon the earth." It says, "The fire is kindled, and shall not be put out till they consume the foundation of the earth." All right, so that fire is being kindled, man. The Lord is going to put the spirit on these other nations to what? To push the button. All right?
Yes, the Lord holds back. You know, like your brother just read, the Lord's holding these missiles back, man. You know, like what's the precept with the,
I got it.
Okay.
Yeah, I got it. I had that lined up.
God, you know, like the Lord's holding. These other nations think they're the ones that, you know, the reason that World War III hasn't broke out, you know, because they haven't hit the button, because they haven't set this plan of attack into place, you know, because they haven't invaded this land. All right. No, that's the Lord, man. All right. The Lord has not set them things in effect yet, man. The Lord has not set them things in transition yet, man. Okay. Because soon there's going to come a time that, hey, World War III is going to be at its pinnacle, man, at its peak. All right. And these nuclear missiles are in the skies, man. You know, and great fire comes upon the earth.
Great fire gonna burn up everything and everybody that's contrary to Yahweh Shemel Shai, man.
Verse 16. It says, "Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer, Yahweh Shai returneth not backward. Even so the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again." So once Yahweh Shai shoot off these missiles, man, they're not going to return void back unto him, man. He's shooting those missiles for a purpose, man. All right, these missiles are being built up and all likened to what? The fashion of Yahweh Shai, so it can have that perfect destruction of America, man. All right, for the wickedness, abominations, and fornication. It says, verse 16, I read it again. It says, like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer, returneth not backward, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again. It says, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days, man.
Yeah.
All right?
Hey, the Lord's gonna deliver his elect in those days, man. But hey, you gotta be of that blessed number, man. We don't know if we're gonna be delivered out here, but we have faith that we will, because what we doing, man. The brother Karab had read earlier, those that stand against wickedness, man, and the iniquities of evildoers, man. That's what we out here doing, man. Nobody ain't gotta hear us, man. The scriptures say, prophesy to the wind. The Lord's gonna let his word carry to where it needs to go. Did you have something, Karab? Okay, go ahead. Yep.
I got that Revelation 7.
Yeah, bring that up.
Okay. This is Revelation chapter 7 and verse 1. It says, and after these things, I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth.
Yeah, the reason destruction hasn't taken place, the reason all hell hasn't break loose, is because Yahweh Shem Yahushua is holding it back, man. All right? You know, everything's going according to the Lord's plan, man.
That's right.
All right, go ahead, bro.
It says, the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. So that's that destroying wind that the brother brought out in Jeremiah 51.
That's right.
It says, verse 2, and I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living power. And he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea. So the Lord got angels that are ready to destroy this place, man. He had made angels for this specific purpose, man. It says, verse 3, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the service of our power in their foreheads, man. And that's the elect. All right, the Lord is going to put that tawawat, all right, that exempt from judgment, man, which is that nuclear judgment that's going to be brought onto America.
That's right.
You want me to continue on?
No, that's it. Yeah,
Okay.
Oh, so it's not sin. So I'm saying, if the drug is sin, hey, well, we got to go through all the scriptures, man, you know, and replace that word, you know, marked for sin. You know, it don't make no damn sense, man. You know, these are the camps, man. They're looking for any and every excuse, all right, for their congregation to persuade their people into taking that seed hit, man. All right, they're looking for any and every excuse, man. No matter what it is, man. They're trying to persuade your congregation that it's okay, man. Okay, you're gonna need this to survive. All right, they're not going into Jacob's trouble. All right, they're not going into that hour of temptation. All right. They're not going into the calamities, the great things that are about to happen on the earth, all right, concerning pestilence, disease, all right, famine, all right, this system of society being shut down, all right. They're worried about the things that attract, you know, these Israelites to these different particular groups, man. The flashy garments, the flashy garments, the weddings, man, you know, all these different things that. You know, they're basically like these Christian churches, man. All right, they use the bait. These little, what's the word I'm looking for? You know, they use little things, you know, to entice and make it look appealing, man. You know, like you got the so-called Christian church, they might have Vacation Bible School. You know, they got the choir, they got this meeting, that meeting. All right, they got Sunday school. All right, they got all these little things. We got things for the kids. You know, we have an outing going out. We're going out to do this. You know, on this day, we got all these little things where you can come and you can have fun. You know, it's more than just reading the Bible. You know, and that's how they get these people. You know, they entrap these people in these churches and these buildings, man. You know, because it's really just a business, and a lot of these other camps is nothing but a business to them, man. It's all about the money, how fat they can get their pockets, man. You know, and as long as they go according to the guidelines that the so-called white man has set up for them, because a lot of them are taking that Judas purse. You know, they can increase that money coming in, man. You know?
Even just simple food. Cook a whole bunch of food for Jake, they coming out.
Yeah. You know, especially that pork.
Yeah. You know?
You had that idea.
You see, in our group, you could be like y'all see, in our group, we got women, you know, if you want a bride, you want a wife, you know, we'll get one for you, we'll have a glorious wedding for you.
Hold on. Let him finish speaking, then I answer your question.
We'll give you a Hebrew Israelite package. You know?
Let's get closer. Let's get hard to hear.
What's your question, sir?
Right. I'm not too familiar on the subject, but the question, what is anti-Semitic?
So anti-Semitic is against. So according to the world, right? So anti-Semitic means against the people that call themselves Jews, right? But they come from the same line as we do, right? So if you see yourself on this sign, do you see yourself on this sign? What I mean is your so-called nationality. Your so-called nationality. Over
Are you
here.
talking passionately or naturally?
Hold on, let me answer him, right?
So y'all together?
I just can't read.
All right, yeah, just let me answer him and then I'll talk to you, right? So, to be anti-Semitic, all right, is against the people that you see here on this side, all right? But the people that's in the world that call themselves the people of the Lord, they call themselves Jews, all right? But Judah, all right, goes back to the so-called Negroes, right? So, in order for them to be,
Really Shemitic.
yeah, because the father, we are the children of Shem, right? Shem is our forefather, right? And Shem means name, all right, in the Hebrew. So, to be anti-Shemitic, okay, you have to be against one of these people that's on this sign. And if you hate somebody that's on this sign, you're anti-Shemitic, right? So they say people that hate these people of the world, right? The is people, right? They label you anti-Shemitic or Shemitic according to the world.
But you can't be because you're from Shem.
That's
So
right.
how can you be anti?
You're Judah, yeah, you're right. You're Judah, so you're not. Yeah.
You know, you come from Shem.
Yeah. What's your
It's
question?
just a bunch of propaganda.
My question is,
You know,
so like,
for them to protect these so-called
do you
Jews.
believe in,
What's your question?
so you believe in patrilineal inheritance, right?
Who?
We can't hear you.
Come over here. We can't hear you,
So you
man.
believe in patrilineal inheritance, right?
What is that?
Patrilineal, like father? You believe your
Yeah,
right
if you're
comes
so
from father.
patriarchal.
Well, my father's Puerto Rican,
I-
so would I be considered a friend, right?
Yeah.
It's not all about just who you. Just because you believe that your father's Puerto Rican, right? You know, you ever heard of the wheat and tares? Just because somebody's on paper is Puerto Rican or African American or all these different, you got to understand the other nations mixed in between us as well, man. And some of these other nations also look like us.
Okay, so you saying your father is Puerto Rican, right? So if that's the case, right, that means you're so-called Puerto Rican, right? Okay, so if that's the case, that means guess what? You're an Ephraimite, okay? According to the Bible, according to the 12 tribes of Israel, okay? So did we answer your question?
Yes.
Okay, so there we go, right? We don't have nothing against you. We never had anything against you. You came here, you spoke your piece, you walked off peacefully, you know? You did your thing. We don't hate nobody out here,
Last
man.
time you came up here, we told you possibly could be Israelite.
Yeah, and according to the seed line of your father, man. All right, and it all goes back to faith, man. Everything goes back to faith in the Lord, believing on the correct name of the Lord, not God and Jesus Christ, because that's not the names of the Lord. Can you get what you had in Isaiah? Did you have another question? All right,
I just listened.
all right, could you do
It's
it?
Isaiah 13:5. It said they come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land.
Yep. They come from a far country. So they even come from Iran, North Korea, Russia, India, China. All right, they're going to be coming from these missiles that the brother had read in 2nd Ezra and the brother had read in Jeremiah 51. They're going to be coming from all four corners of the globe, man, to come to this land, to destroy this land because of what they did to the Lord's people. Go ahead, brother. Was there more?
It says, "How ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand, it shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. Therefore shall all hands be faint."
All hands. We even gonna be afraid in those days, man, because we don't know if the Lord's gonna deliver us, man, and we're gonna be seeing all kinds of stuff, man. It's gonna make you think twice about your next move. Right now, you don't think twice about your next move because you see everything as A-OK normal. But when you see women out here ravished, getting the R word, kids getting their heads bashed in, people being taken off hostage, men getting shot down the streets, body parts everywhere, you gonna be thinking twice about your next move. No food, people crawling, "Oh, help me, I need some water." You only got enough water for you and yourself.
That's a big win.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Bite you.
Yep.
Like a book of Eli.
Yep.
many scenarios in the book of Eli shows you got to use some proper walking circumspect, proper discernment.
Yep.
During those times.
Did you have more, or was that it, bro?
It says, let me read verse 7 again. It says, therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt.
Yep. Because of the terror that the Lord is going to bring on this place, man. The Lord and Almighty in the Hebrew means Al-Shaddai, which means demon-like power. Go ahead. Did you have something?
Isaiah 24, verse 10. The city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up.
Yep, because Salakia, this place is confusing, man. You got people saying they gender this and gender that. A man changing himself to be this, and a woman changing herself to be that. You got grown-ass men dressing up like kids.
Why are those people in Israel against that? Why are these people that call themselves the Jews, all right? Why are they pushed, all right, to be a mo, man, all right? You know, a homo, man. They should have been anti.
Yeah,
I thought they were the Lord's people. I thought they were holy, all right? I thought they were the chosen, you know?
I have a question.
What's your question?
So, I was wondering, since, because I go to an Orthodox synagogue and they don't really like that homo stuff. They don't like that. So I was wondering, what
They'll still let you in your church. They'll still let one of those in their church, though, right?
Are you talking about like the Christians specifically?
No, I'm saying your synagogue. If somebody was we'll just use the term mo for teaching purposes, they're still gonna let one of them in the church, right, to worship with y'all, right? They're not gonna kick them out, correct?
I don't think we're allowed to, unfortunately.
Because so they got rights for people that do those things.
What did you say? You said I don't think they're allowed to. Who? In what church?
I'm not talking about church. I'm talking about in the Orthodox show that I go to. We actually preach against them.
Well, I don't know if that's 100% correct. Because if you in that top hood, it also came out that a lot of those bishop rabbis, as soon as the kid is circumcised, they would suck up the baby.
Yeah.
They perform an oral circumcision. You've heard of an oral circumcision, right?
No, when I went to a bris, they didn't do oral circumcision. They didn't.
Okay, well, look.
Okay, that was yours, but as an overall, that has been brought out against that.
There's videos of it shown.
Well, that's
people
not
making complaints about it.
The Orthodox show that I go to is called Chabad, and Chabad doesn't stand.
Okay, cool. So what's your question? You had a question. I want to
My
answer your
question
question.
was like, what would you say about like shows that do not preach for it, but rather preach against them?
So what I say about souls that do
Shows or synagogues that preach against them.
so look, in regards to a synagogue, what they do in there, their problems, or that what they don't do is in their problems. What we do out here is preach against what the Lord told us to preach against. So the people that follow that type of lifestyle is contrary to the Lord. So we're against that. So we're going to tell people that they're wrong for living in that lifestyle. Now, if they continue to go against the words of the Lord, living in that lifestyle, may the Lord judge them according to his will, which he's going to do, destroy them by fire.
Most of the synagogues do. Just because you don't see it on the forefront, just because they don't, tell you it's okay, or, got a whole bunch of flames running around behind closed doors, they do get down like that. Because the rabbis and all the leaders of these so-called Jew synagogues and structure, all right, they be into that shit, man. They be heavy into that shit, man. Look at all these so-called Jew.
When I talk to rabbis about it, they actually say that homosexuality is a sin.
It is.
A quick question. All right, so let me ask you a question. Right? How many people think your synagogue is burning down? Nobody. How many people hate us right here? I'm pretty sure you heard about us. Right? You heard about us, right? Why is that? Let me ask you a quick question.
So no, I want to know what have you heard about?
No, real quick. Why do people hate us? Of course, they don't like y'all.
Well, there's many people hate me, and then there are also people who.
I never heard no type of threat against a synagogue, no, or Israel.
There's actually been
my point is because y'all don't teach the gospel.
Y'all
don't have the truth.
Yeah, why is the so-called white man label people that don't like us anti-Israelite? They protect y'all with the anti-Semitic.
They protect. Whenever he talking highly about his synagogue, right? Why there's no threat against him?
Right. Why are we on the news saying these angry, mad, anti-Israelite people that just is mean to these guys that are out there teaching out of the Bible, they're calling them names,
Issues,
they're trying to fight them.
Everybody hates them. They
Take
get
your videos
threats.
down.
Yeah, they're taking the video.
There is
Everybody
bias
like
in
y'all.
the
There's
media.
no good against
There
y'all.
is bias in the media. You're right.
There's no good against y'all.
Actually, there are lots of things, mainly in Palestine.
Oh, but that's he's talking about here in America.
In
Because
America, not really.
but there's a
Even
reason.
there against Israel. Nobody even know about y'all. Except in Brooklyn. And y'all are good in Brooklyn.
New Jersey.
My point is, y'all don't got the truth.
The reason it's over there in Palestine because y'all are imposters.
Yeah,
Another
I
land.
didn't know y'all.
They know who y'all are. That's why there's violence over there.
All right, so I got a question for you. You said you heard that people around here hate us specifically.
Well, what I was saying is that there are people in America that are also against, not only against show or synagogue, but also there's people who hate anything that goes against the Muslim, white emphasizes the Protestant.
Okay.
And since white emphasizes the Protestants are the majority, as people who are not white emphasizes we don't have necessarily the majority. We're not the oppressors, we're the oppressed. And the thing is, we can't really, what I'm trying to say, hear me out.
So which one are you? Are you?
Well,
Let him finish. I want to hear. Let him finish.
I know.
Let him finish. Let him finish.
No,
Let him
don't
finish.
laugh. I'm just
Finish.
trying to
You
understand.
finish.
I'm just trying to understand you guys. So, the thing is, I'm not against you guys. I'm trying to
No,
understand.
we're not against you either, man.
So I'm just asking questions. So my
Yep.
question here is that how necessarily, how would you believe that the Palestine conflict can be solved?
I'm not. So the only way it's going to be solved is when the Lord returns and He destroys and cleanses that place. That's the only way.
So you believe
My
that,
concern is not of Palestine and the land of Israel at this moment. My concern is for the elect of the nation of Israel to be woken up and so if you listen, my concern or our concern is for the elect of Israel to be woken up so the Lord can come back and destroy America. And when America is destroyed, everything else is going to fall in the suit that needs to be destroyed. But our point of being out here is to wake up our people. All the other world conflicts, I don't give no fucks about because all at the end of the day, it's going to lead to us being brought out of this place, America. So with Palestine and what Israel have going on, has nothing to do with the Israelites rising up, speaking against the bullshit of this
The
world.
Lord set that up. The Lord's got that going on over there. You know? And another reason that is because y'all are imposters, man. All right?
Yeah, so we are the real so-called. Yeah. All right. So good. Okay, good. I'm glad you know you're Ephraimite. Good. That's great. So you knowing that you belong to one of these 12 tribes, you need to take that yarmulke off your head because that's not with the Lord. All right, that's not with the Lord. That's not in the Bible, man. Especially when you read.
No, it's in Talmud.
All right, so but the Talmud is not in accordance with what the Lord said. That's a whole different type of word. That's not nothing to do
Well,
with
it's
the
not
Lord.
the word of God, it's the word of God.
Yeah, see, so you follow the word of
Only-
Rabbi and not the word of the man of the
Only
Lord.
Tanakh is the word of God.
That's why there's no good against y'all. You got no truth. My point is, you keep asking us questions. We know that if you don't like us, why would we have God? We talk against the world.
Well, I don't hate you guys.
No, not
I
you.
understand
Not you. Yeah.
But y'all, as a whole denomination, there's no threat. Y'all blend in with the people. Y'all are cool. Don't nobody bother y'all because y'all are with society. Y'all are good. Y'all don't talk against nothing. Y'all do majority of what the world does.
We are contrary to the world, man. We want this place destroyed. We want the kingdom of the heaven to come in.
Get that and get this. Get that one.
So this is the second president of Egypt, Gamal Abdel Nasser. Listen. It says the war for Israel. They left black, meaning us, our people left black. When he was asked about peace in the Middle East, the late president of Egypt, Mr. Gamal Nasser, I'll just say that, stated, the Jews will never be able to live here in peace because they left here black but came back white.
And how do we leave? We left through slavery. We left through the breaking of the commandments, okay? The Lord allowed other people to take us out of our land, okay? Throw us into captivity. Yep, 70 AD, even before 70 AD, right? You got the history of us going into captivity under the Babylonians, Yup, you got that. The Medes and the Persians.
Babylonians.
Huh?
And the Persians. with
Yeah,
Babylon.
yep, all that, right? Then we got 70 AD, the brother just brought up, right? So the Lord allowed us to leave black, all right, and then he allowed this so-called white man to come into our land, going to the Persians, right? Take over the land and set himself up to be of the Lord's people, but he's not. He's being exposed, man. We are the Lord's people. You had something, Ariella?
I just say John chapter 15,
My bad,
and I start at verse 18. It says, if the world hate you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you.
And why did the world hate the Lord? And it's not the whole world, all right? Because during the time that the Lord walked the earth, it was only the Roman Empire. And those that more specifically were that hated the Lord were of his own people, and they knew his acts and they knew what he spoke about. It's like people that hate us, we're not the only Israelite group here in the world, right? There's other Israelite groups and other sects of Israelites that speak some of what we teach, right? And as a whole, people that stand up for themselves are always hated. You have something, Carl?
Hey, I got wives and children. Protected, good. Again, nobody ain't nobody against y'all. Y'all leave your house. Y'all don't have to look right. Y'all don't have to look to your left. And creep to your car.
That question is fake. It's
Yeah,
set up.
that was
It's a
set up.
facade. It ain't real, man.
Yo,
Real question, you can walk out the house.
Hey, in Brooklyn, right, close to the most grimiest projects, Brownsville, them so-called Negroes there in Brownsville know better than to touch none of y'all. So where's the hatred against y'all, man? Where's the attacks?
We have to
It
search.
just started.
Now we're not
It
saying
is.
that nothing happens to a Jewish person or Jewish family or multiple Jewish people, But you got to search for that, man. You got to hunt. You got to look far and wide. You got to actually put in time. You ain't got to look and you ain't got to hunt. You ain't got to take very much time to see an oppressed so-called Negro, Latino, Native American. Man. All you got to do is open up your eyes.
All you gotta do is turn on damn TV.
And then even us being out here, look at my videos getting slashed. Everything
You see
about
like,
it.
Charlottesville?
Yeah, we saw Charlottesville that happened years ago, but
That was set up.
again,
You know what a false flag attack is, right?
yeah, all right. All right, let's get back to the scripture.
St. John chapter 15, I start at verse 18 again. It says, if the world hate you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you. Verse 19, if ye...
Now you see the true worship of the Heavenly Father. Ain't nobody likes us, man. They cut our videos, slash our accounts.
They give us mean mugs like
Yeah,
that.
they look at us like we're crazy. Like we got 3 heads. Everybody, people walk by, look at us, and just smirk.
Well, I try not to judge people because only my
That's
son
not
has
the point, my man. My whole point is, your people that you claim to be, y'all have no ridicule. Why? Because y'all don't have the truth. Y'all got the Talmud that teaches nothing. Y'all are down for the society. There's no pushback. Every these people in the scriptures, the whole Bible, everybody say they know. They claim they read. We get all types of pushback. We done had death threats. People come up with guns, shit thrown at us. People want to fight. Here it is, where's your attack?
It's because y'all are not the Israelites. That's what it comes down to.
That's my point.
So not
I ain't got
saying
it.
you as a whole, but the people that you fall under. All right, they're not the real Israelites, man.
Could be you as well.
We don't know. I think you're Ephraimite, man. I believe that you're an Israelite, but that's just my personal belief as a man. I don't got the spiritual understanding to say yay or nay, but that's between you and the Lord.
Another question does God favor Judah over Ephraim?
Judah is the head tribe. Judah is where his son came from. Judah is who the Lord chose to be a ruler over the 12 tribes of Israel. All right.
Why haven't you asked your priest or your rabbi at your synagogue that you go to these questions?
Because I could, but I wouldn't get the same response that I get from you. That's why I'm asking you. Because he gave me his own response. I'm trying to understand.
So the person that
I'm not
you
trying to
follow
be
and
against
listen
you or
to.
for you or against my rabbi or for my rabbi. I'm just trying to learn and understand.
Yeah. Okay. Good. And that's what we are here to do. We are here to teach the people. All right. Even those that don't look like they could be Israelites. All right. That's what we are here to do. So to answer your question, The Lord, can somebody get into Genesis where Jacob blessed the 12 tribes?
So basically, you're up here to learn a little bit from
Where it
us,
said
and then you take and learn a little bit from
Judah. You know what I'm talking about?
your synagogue, correct?
Yeah, I'm trying to learn everywhere.
Well, you don't work like that, man. This is another one of the guys that the guy came up with. You know, you can't come up here and expect you go. I'm gonna learn a little bit from you, and then I'm gonna go back to my synagogue, and I'm gonna learn a little bit from my synagogue, and then I'm gonna go learn a little bit from my family at home. It don't work like that, man. It's another one. This is the second guy that came up here today.
Right,
Trying to learn
look,
to take pieces. You can't take bits and pieces from everything to form your own doctrine, man. There's truth and there's falsehood, man. There's no in between, man.
But how do
You
I
know?
know if I don't listen to both sides? See?
What's that?
How do I know if I don't listen to both sides? If I listen to only one side, I'm only going to get one, a biased opinion. You're going to have my own biased opinion. If I listen to only the other side, they're going to listen to only the other side.
Well, look. You can listen to any side that you want to listen to, but we have no reason to deceive you. All right, get that Jeremiah, Genesis 15 and 19. I think it's 15 and 19. It's 19. Where it says the ruler should not depart from Judah, the scepter, took up the paraphrase. 49. Yeah, my bad. So this to answer your question about Judah being the head tribe, man.
This is Genesis chapter 49, and I'll start at verse 9. It says, Judah is a lion's whelp from the prey, my son, thou art gone up. He stooped down, he couched as a lion, and as an old lion, who shall rouse him up?
All right, Judah's being roused up now, man. But as an old lion, they don't move. But you got it, brother.
Real quick, where was the issues when getting roused up in 1960, civil rights? What were the civil rights for New York?
It was already in England.
When did you ever heard the issues about the vote against America? Because of oppression. You ain't see it.
They get money from America. Keep going, bro.
Verse 10, it says, the scepter shall not depart from Judah.
You know what a scepter is? So you said no? These muscles kind of tickle my ear. A scepter is something that a ruler holds, all right? Like a king. Yes. But it can be designed however the king or that ruler wants. It's a staff of rulership. It shows significant rulership. Go ahead, bro.
It says, the scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet.
All right, so read that one more time, brother. I can survive with so deep. You know.
It says, Genesis 49 and 10, the scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet.
All right, you know who the lawgiver is? The Son of God. That's who the lawgiver is, right? It's in, I think this is the rock where it says that word has leaped down from Zion and gave us the law.
So, do you listen to the Christians? Do you listen to the Muslims? Do you listen to the Seventh-day Adventists? Do you listen to Buddhists?
I've actually never really met any Seventh-day.
One reason I asked that because you said you said you wanted to listen to all parties,
yes.
so you can find out the truth.
You should.
I thought you knew the truth.
Well, when you came up here last time,
Right, and the Lord gave it to his men.
bro, last time you came up here, you were fervent in your own mind. Okay.
I know I was very close-minded back then, and that's why I'm trying to change.
Good, that's good.
Hold on. You know, so-called Sabbath, right? Yeah. You know that, right?
Yeah.
You don't work about that.
No, I really want it.
It's really not.
That's why I'm not using my phone, using any technology.
Okay.
I don't use technology that much.
All right.
Well, it's not a sin to you.
All right. Okay.
But it's actually not the Sabbath.
Okay. Was there more on that, brother?
Seventh is the same thing.
No, it's not. Well, yeah, but you're going off the Gregorian calendar. The Sabbath is not every Friday, sundown to Saturday,
Friday
sundown.
evening to Saturday.
No, it's not.
All
It goes off the new moon.
Okay.
The Sabbath constantly changes.
You're supposed to be in the house, you left in haste last time.
Yeah.
I'm just trying. I'm just
Because I
trying to
didn't.
see
But
something.
the thing is, I wanted to get back to my dorm time, use the elevator to go to my floor, so I wouldn't have to use the stairs because I can't use the elevator for Shabbos, right? So
Okay. Look,
but this time I'm just going up the stairs.
Do,
And
man.
just,
You do what you gotta do. Go ahead.
This time
Go
I'm just
ahead,
going
brother.
up the stairs.
Go ahead, brother. You do what
Genesis
you gotta do.
49 and verse 10. The scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet, until Shiloh come, and unto him shall the gathering of the people be.
All right, so Shiloh is the Son of God, right? And we call him via his name, via the scriptures, is Yahushua, not Jesus Christ. All right, and he's going to gather his people, man, who he came right here to die for. All right, if your bloodline goes through the seed line of Ephraim, then look, you're gonna be all right in the kingdom. But you got to put off this damn yarmulke, all the other bullshit. Look, it's not part of our heritage if you really claim to be an Israelite, man.
You can't mix this stuff up, bro.
And
You
then
can't take a little from here, a little from there, and mix it up in a blender and say voila.
And then on top of that, you're not supposed to
have many teachers.
And then on top of that, you're not supposed to have your head covered, man. When you're praying, all right, and you pray with that thing on your head, man. No, the Lord ain't gonna hear your prayer. No,
It's not
covered. Yeah.
The list goes on and on and on. That's when
Yeah, see, come on, my man. Dimitri, that's what he's got. That's what they got wrapped around their head. Okay, all right.
he's trying to turn into a transformer. He's trying to be like half Hebrew Israelite, half Jewish, half Muslim, Buddha. He gonna come out here looking crazy as hell, bro. You know what I'm saying?
But no, man. Don't even say that, right? Nonetheless, man, we telling you what you gotta do. You want to hear the truth? We telling you the truth, man. All right, we telling you the truth. What you got, brother? Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
This is Zechariah, the book of Zechariah 12:7. The Lord, Yahweh Shemel Shai, also shall save the tents of Judah first.
Yep.
And the glory of the house of David, that's King David, who was an Israelite.
Who goes back to Judah.
Who goes back to the seed of Judah, right? And the glory of the inhabitants of Jerusalem do not magnify themselves against Judah.
Read that. Yep. So, and none of these other tribes are going to try to boast over Judah. All right? None of these other tribes are going to try to come take Judah's spot, man. They can't do it. All right? It's not going to happen because of what Jacob blessed Judah with. All right?
So, I got another question. Where is the issues platform speaking out against the wickedness of this society? I'm not going to ask that. Where's the threats? Where's your hatred? I got police protection
On a global scale.
in
like,
Brooklyn.
In bulk.
I own Brooklyn.
Shit, not only that, like the brother said, you know, the American Army roll up and be on your side in a heartbeat.
Right.
Y'all got the aid.
Government, we are not government protected. I think it's saying right now, no one's there'll be a little march, a little outcry.
If the government hate us. If the government
Hey, so, are you willing to die for what you believe in? Hold on, are you willing to die for what you believe in? You see, he had hesitated to answer.
Man, what do you believe in, bro?
I believe in the oneness of God.
The oneness of God, what does that mean?
That the Creator is one.
With who? Himself or somebody else?
The Creator, I'm a monotheist.
Okay, so
Yeah, it's all the questions to say that, bro.
listen, man. Look, you an Israelite, man. Okay, repent from this Jewish nonsense, man.
They want
Okay.
to get like an educational history video. They want to. That's what a lot of these guys. They come up, you know, before the prophets, try to get an educational history lesson. You know, on their culture, another culture, who they are, this and that. And that's all fine and dandy, but you know, you're missing the main objection, the main point we're trying to push out to our people.
Yeah,
You know, it's to repent.
yeah.
You know, before it's too late, man. And there ain't a whole bunch of truths out here. There's only one truth, all right? And whatever you listen to or worship in your synagogue, that's falsehood. That's false doctrine, all right?
Worship the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
What's his name?
Hashem is what we call
That's
him.
what I said.
You know,
Wrong
He
again.
also no, that's just one of his names. He has no names.
He only
Wrong
has
again.
one
That's
name,
too
man.
wrong.
He only has one
Yeah.
name. He has a lot of titles.
Titles, that's
That's
what I was
different.
trying to say. I was trying to say there are a lot of different names that we call him. A lot of different things that we call
Questionnaire.
him. But however, he's still one God.
Yeah, but you, in order to be saved, you got to call upon his name, not his title.
What do you believe his name is?
It's Yahweh. Yahweh. Yeah, that's his name, according to the scripture. If you read it in the Hebrew, the Syrian Hebrew, like you know how to read, right? You'll see Yah and then Ha and then Wah.
Yeah,
What the last time you saw him?
Marisa, which is your name, that those four letters, right?
When the last time you-
He pronounced it automatically.
When the last time you went to the
That means
synagogue?
Lord. Out of nine, yes, go ahead.
Which is not his name.
But you're still good.
When the last time you went to the synagogue?
Last time.
Okay, did you tell you Ephraimite?
No.
Why not?
I'm not sure what they'd say about it.
So what? Who cares what they say about it? I'm
They
an
should know what it
Israelite.
is.
So what you want me to do is go to my
They should
rabbi,
know.
go to the people and tell them that I
If
need
he got the answer, he should know who he
No, we don't want you to do that.
It's like he should be able to know that this is coming together.
Yeah,
No, the kingdom
exactly.
answer.
Exactly. We don't want you to do that. We want you to repent. So if that comes into you repenting and they kick you out of the synagogue, that's the Lord's will. And then you come out here, you sit and you learn. But you know, if that's
We don't
the
think
Lord's
it's for you,
will.
my brother. Hey, man, this ain't. We don't think it's for you, my brother.
Just be,
Might not be,
It's
might
gonna
be,
be
I'm
real
not
with
sure.
you, bro.
well, you keep coming out here and listening. That's what I'm gonna say.
Because there's just too many things you have a problem with the things that we teach. You have a problem with, and you're not willing to get over those things. You want to just want to stuff them in your pocket and move on to a different topic.
But keep trying,
you
man.
can't
Keep
do that,
trying.
man.
Keep
You can't
trying.
just stuff in your pocket. You know, I'm just gonna forget about what they said about that. I don't believe that. You know, I'm not cool with that. But you keep talking and I want to know about this and that. Nah, man, it don't work like that. You gotta accept the whole thing, man. The scriptures say what? Eat the whole roll, man. You can't just take bits and pieces, man. All right, he has a piece of the roll in his pocket, man. But he ain't willing to eat the whole thing, man. You know, you got a bunch of crumbs laying all over the place. You know,
But
you gotta eat the
nonetheless,
whole thing, which that roll is considered as wisdom and knowledge, man.
nonetheless, my man, stop going to the synagogue because it's not for you, especially if you claim to be Ephraim. All right, we're telling you, as men of the Lord don't dwell in temples made with hands. Do you understand that?
15 and 13.
Do you understand that, my man? The Lord don't dwell in temples made with hands. So if you claim to be Ephraimite, you need to come out here amongst the men of the Lord and learn. We will teach you. All right, we will go into history. We will go into all that stuff.
We got a scripture for you. We got 2 Chronicles 15 and 13.
And then let's go back into talking about America. I'm done talking about this.
Well, I was just I can't really use the elevator, and I live on floor 14, so I'm gonna have to take stairs. No, I'm gonna go to eventually. Once I'm going to go up the stairs.
So is that in the Talmud where it tells you that you can't use electronics?
No, not necessarily. It's like more for a benefit. Just like about my system.
So the rabbi said, don't do that. Yeah, that rabbi probably on his phone right now looking at shit.
The rabbi ain't teaching you what the correct Sabbath is. Because right now it's not the Sabbath.
So do you know what a new moon is?
I used to
Okay, all right, cool. That's when the Sabbath is. That's when the new moon starts. No, the moon is right there, my man. Look up. Okay, all right. So that's like a half a moon. All right.
Yeah, the brother gonna fall a piece of
Hold on. That's like half a moon. So when you see that there's no moon, that's when the new moon is. That's when the Sabbath starts. I know.
Bring it out. Let him bring this up, bro.
2 Chronicles 15 and 13. Oh, okay. 2 Chronicles 15 and 13. That whosoever will not speak the Lord Yahweh Shai, power of Israel, should be put to death, whether small or great, whether man or woman.
Right. You know, so whoever doesn't seek and repent and come back to the true power, being an Israelite, which you claim to be, all right, is going to be put to death. All right, man, woman, you know, small kid, all right, they're all going to be put to death if they don't repent. All right, come back to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua and forsake all these other doctrines and philosophies which you still follow. All right, which you still partake in. Man. Okay, that's going to get you destroyed. That's going to get you killed. You know.
All right, can we get Joel too? Did you have something, Mike?
Proverbs chapter 16 and verse 6, it says, by mercy, Proverbs chapter 6 and verse 16, these 6 things doeth the Lord hate. Yeah, 7 are an abomination unto him. Verse 17, a proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood.
Woo.
It says, verse 17, a proud look, that shed innocent blood.
Yeah, your people shed the blood to the so-called Negroes and Teenagers and Natives. The people that you follow, the people that you listen to, we'll leave it at that. What you're claiming to be Israel. Yeah. Ain't our land. Oh, they stole our land. Stole our identity. All right. You know, and then they try to sweep under the rug all the things that they did to the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and that are continually doing to the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You know? Go ahead, bro.
Verse 18, and heart that deviseth wicked imagination.
Yeah, that's the so-called Jews, man. These Jewish people, all right? They devise wicked imaginations, man. What is it? Let's get that. What are you at?
Proverbs 6.
Okay, yeah, somebody get the one in Psalms that, you know, they devise, they basically can't go to sleep at night without devising mischief, man. You know? Might be Psalm 33. You got it, bro.
It says, and heart that deviseth wicked imagination, feet that be swift and running to mischief. It says, verse 19, a false witness that speaketh lies, and he that soweth discord among brethren.
Hey, these Edomites, man, you know, going into those people that you follow after, they be speaking nothing but lies, man, claiming themselves to be the people of the Lord, and they not, man. Their mannerisms show that they're not the people of the Lord. Do you eat pork? All right, well, your people do. They got kosher pigs.
There's no, that's an oxymoron.
All right, well, I know that. I got it. I understand.
Yeah, that was good too. I was thinking of another one. Yeah, bring that one out.
Accuse of our brethren.
If I were to say I'm a Jew, but at the same time eat pork, it's kind of like saying I'm a Muslim, but I don't believe in Muhammad. See,
I got it. I understand that. But that's what it is that your people do. And look, our people do stupid shit too, man. That's why I heard you rebuke me. You got it, Torah.
Micah 2:1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand.
So at night they lay in the bed thinking about how they're gonna oppress the Lord's people, man. What schemes and gimmicks they're gonna come up with to keep us downtrodden, man, to keep us oppressed, to keep us at the bottom. Is that what you? Oh, go ahead.
And they cover fields and take them by violence,
Yep.
in houses, and take them away. They oppress a man and
Oh, no, listen good.
woman. All we have to do is use the word anti. It'll take the attention off of us and put it on the person that's accusing us.
Something happened?
Basically us.
Yeah. Meanwhile, they're doing all types of wicked shit behind
Could
closed
say
doors.
guest down here.
You know? You think all these kids going missing? What is it, 2,300? 2,300 every single day in America, 2,300 people go missing.
We tally up the estimate of it at the end of the year.
Every single day.
That's a couple million.
2,300, bro. Every single day. That ain't talked about. That ain't put on the forefront. You know, and these so-called Jews have a heavy hand in that, man. You know, a heavy hand in that. You got it, bro.
Was that it, Karan?
Do you have evidence of their hand?
What's up, bro?
Physically, no, we don't. But look at who's ruling the world. Look at who's controlling what's going on. It may not specifically be somebody that's standing next to you in your synagogue, but people that rule outside of your synagogue that follow the same things that you do are in power, man.
Hold on. Who are the eye? You get in trouble and they got to get out of trouble. Who do you get?
Who do you call?
Don't
say
say
ghost
or something?
Okay. Beyond that,
You don't know. He don't got nobody outside his parents. He's
fake rabbi, fake Jewish person. Why? because they know code talk. Why? Because they're liars. Come on,
I
man.
don't know any Jewish lawyers.
Okay, well, look, you may not know one, man, but somebody that knows one will probably call one on your behalf if you in good with them like that. It's all about who you know. Connect. Can we get Joel
Yeah,
too?
you better to it, man.
You got it.
Yo, go.
I got it.
Your time is up, man.
Look, man, just repent, man. That's all you need to do, man. Stay away from that Talmud bullshit. Stay away from that synagogue. Come out here and learn from the real men of the Lord, man. It's gonna tell you straightforward, man. We're not gonna sit here and bullshit you, man, because we don't want the blood on our hands, man. The people up there in the synagogues, are they collecting money for what it is that they doing? Is somebody paying your rabbi every day or every month or every 2 weeks? Just enough. All right, I'm sure he's getting paid, right? But anyway, go ahead, get that Joel too.
Joel, this is Joel 2, verse 1.
Come.
Blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in the holy mountain.
Yeah, and that's what we doing. We are, like the brother Karab had read earlier, Isaiah 58:1, blowing the trumpet, letting the people know what they're doing. We doing this in the same sense, and the trumpeter is our voice, man, to let Israel know what the hell is about to happen, man. Go ahead, brother.
Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble. For
Be
the day-
afraid. Be very afraid, man, because the day of the Lord is about to come, man. And we are warning the people beforehand when the Lord arrives, man, what he's going to do. What?
Trumpet, just a question. Are you talking about like shofar?
A trumpet is our voice in this manner.
No more questions. Just listen, bro. Just listen.
All right, the trumpet is our voice in this manner. All right, that's what the trumpet is, metaphorically. Go ahead, man.
For the day of the Lord, Yahweh Shemel Shai cometh, for it is nigh at hand.
Yep, the day of the Lord is nigh at hand, man. All right, because when at times of war in the old days, they probably had people sitting up there with a trumpet, man. All right, we don't have an army or a brigade of people, and within our section, our camp right here, somebody can sit on the walls all day with a trumpet and blow the horn. Well, we could do that physically when we go out there to teach the word, man, via our voice, via what the Lord has put in our spirits to say and to speak. Did you have something?
Yeah, this is slave. So a so-called Jewish people slave, or they got their food. They got their own establishment.
What are we doing up there?
All right,
I don't
let
know.
the Lord
Say
say
no more.
what said.
I'm saying. So, but this is the slaves thing right here. We're letting our people know what's about to come for us, man. You know?
This verse 2, a day of darkness and of gloominess.
You may not fit, but you might get us in trouble.
A day of clouds and thick darkness.
Now he's reading the characteristics of the day of the Lord, man. A day of gloominess, thick clouds and darkness. That don't sound like it's going to be a good day, man. Go ahead, brother.
As the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong, there have not been ever the like.
And the
Neither,
people that he's talking about is these thermonuclear missiles that's about to come for this place, man. Go ahead, brother.
neither shall be any more after it.
And you know why there's not going to be any more after? Because after this, there's not going to be any more war, man. Because the children of Israel is not going to go into captivity again. Because the children of Israel is not going to go off against the Lord, man. So the Lord is not going to have to set up another people in rulership, because the only rulership that's going to happen after this rulership is the rulership of Yahweh Shemel Shai. No other nation. Go ahead, brother.
And that just alluding to that. Even the years of many generations.
Yep. So forever and ever is going to be the rule of Yahweh Shemel Shai.
I'll continue on. And fire devours before them, and beside, or slacken, and behind them a flame burneth.
Yep, a flame burners, man. Getting those missiles from one end of the earth into the other. And when they hit Babylon, that's the missiles within the warhead. The missile has a warhead, and that's the fire that's burning in before it, man. And when it hits the land, it's going to be a whole total wrecking show, man. Go ahead, brother.
The land is as the Garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness.
Yep. So before those missiles hit, everything here in America looks like everything is great, everything is okay. But when the Lord allowed those missiles to hit this place, it's going to be a wreck, man. There's going to be death, devastation, and diseases. People laid out on the streets, burning, running around on fire. And Lord will, we be up in the chariots watching that shit happen up there, man. Lord will, man, and not be a part of it. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, and nothing shall escape them.
Nothing, not a leaf, not a bird that can fly away, not a human that can walk and run fast, not Usain Bolt, not nobody, man. Nobody's going to escape the judgment of the Lord, man. If you thought you could flee Babylon and the destruction and go to Timbuktu or be a passport, bro, and get married down there in Guam or wherever, the Lord can bring you and your wife back here and destroy both of y'all, man.
Lord know how to get you.
Yeah.
Get your mother. And your ass, your ass coming back from
Oh yeah, there you go, yeah.
And then you can't go back.
Yeah.
And that's when things start catching out, and Esau shut this whole establishment down. Now you say, hey, you gotta get that seed up in you now. You don't go back.
Yeah, these other nations, a lot of these other nations are gonna get hit with nukes as well. Even if it's a smaller nation that ain't really got a strong military force, they might just send one nuke over. They just send one over there just in case. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
And that nuke might hit your ass.
Yep. And then on top of that, we don't know specifically where they're gonna hit in these other nations. But like you said, it's a small nation. They're gonna get the after effect of it. It's all gonna travel, man. So you gonna get hit. The Lord's about to fuck this place up, man. Go ahead, brother. You want to talk?
The appearance of them is as the appearance of horses, and horsemen, and as of horsemen, so they shall run.
Yep. The power. There's power in them, man. All right. How fast they would move.
You see 1,000 damn horses coming at you. Men girded up with armor. Got your ass on this. You see horses coming this way, your ass going to run this way, or somewhere for cover. And this time they can be no cover.
Yep.
They're gonna run the same goddamn way.
Yeah.
They're gonna be running. Hey, what Esau said, stop, drop, and roll. Go in the basement, hide, put your head between your legs, get under the table. That shit ain't gonna work.
Go ahead, brother.
Like the noise of the chariot like the noise of chariots on the top of mountains shall they leap, like the noise of a flame of fire that devoureth the stubble, and the strong people set in battle array.
You hear that crackling when fire goes on? That crackling? That's how it's gonna be.
Yeah, boy, you hear the horses. You hear the cattle. You hear the neighing in there.
Yep.
You got to know it. You hear the galloping. Even if ain't nobody on them, you gonna be like, yo, 1,000 horses coming? Yo, I'm out of here. But this time you're gonna be guided by who? The spirit of Yahweh Shem Shah.
Yep. It's gonna say that too. Keep going, brother.
Before their face, the people shall be much pain.
Yep. Because of the grief and sorrow that has happened prior to the missiles coming. The grief and the sorrow from the deadly diseases, the lack of food, the pestilences, all that. People's faces are gonna be painted with black. You see how that?
Get your money. No deliverance. You're gonna get your seed there. No deliverance. You're gonna look at your car, whatever you got. No deliverance. Then your first reaction is pain. Run. But this again, you can't run. Nowhere to hide. Your time, your liberty spent, chasing the money material. Hey, you supposed to get right with Yahweh Shem Shah. You got it.
All faces shall gather blackness. They shall run like mighty men. They shall climb the wall like men of war, and they shall march every one of his ways.
Yep. So that means, like the brother had said, they're gonna have the spirit on them of Yahweh Shem Shah, and they're gonna go in the order and the direction that the Lord wants them to go through. If there's some type of defense system set up, the Lord gonna have one of them knock that shit down. Or the Lord could just have that defense system shut down and before anything happens. I don't know how the Lord's gonna do it, but that shit ain't gonna affect what the Lord got going on. Resident Evil, you shot that motherfucker with the rocket launcher,
Hey,
motherfucker got back up.
He tried to play games with him. I never forgot. I was playing games with him, man. Kept going in the building, outside the building. That motherfucker came through the building, man. I didn't drop the remote control, man. That's gonna be like, hey, nothing's gonna break those missiles right.
And they shall not break their ranks.
Really, America's gonna be taken down from the inside out. You best believe these other nations got sleeper cells amongst, these high-level positions in America. You know, and on top of that, you know, well, going right back into that, you know, you got particular people in the military, you know, people in the government, you know, people in even in the hierarchy of that, you know, that are gonna allow this place, okay, so to speak, to get touched, man. You know, they're gonna shut down these different defense systems, man. You know, these different satellites, man. You know, these different so-called defense programs, man. You know.
The top generals that was that's the head of the defense system. And I told this nigga been trained up for the best situation, just in case situation. That nigga crossed at the ladder and say, you know what? He wasn't pushing the button for the defense to come against the nukes. He don't do it.
Yeah, America's been infiltrated. You know, in order to take down an enemy, you know, smoothly, okay, or I should say, a good tactic to take down an enemy is from the inside out.
Yep, and to do that, you got to have intelligence. In order to get intelligence, you got to put somebody in that position to gather the information that you would need.
Right.
A spy.
Look what the United States does with these so-called groups, man. You know, KKK, these different organizations, these different drug organizations. All right, these different rings that go on. Yeah, they always send these different gangs. They always send a spy. All right, someone to infiltrate. You know, the inner workings, see what's going on. You best believe there's spies and agents, all right, amongst the camps as well. All right.
If I may, I mean, they were saying at the Capitol that they, the people, the police force or whatever, they were just letting people in.
Oh yeah, come on.
I mean, how much? That's on a small level. You know, those are really small peons compared to what these brothers are talking about. Right? They gonna fuck this place up, man. It's gonna be destroyed, bro.
I don't know about it. You know, this place gonna be destroyed. What happened?
Like the scripture say, we know in part, we prophesy in part. We only prophesy what the Lord allows us to read out the book. We only speculating how the Lord is going to do it because we don't know. We don't even know. We can't even speculate the days of our lives, man. How are we going to speculate something greater than how we live day to day? Go ahead, brother.
Neither shall one thrust another. They shall walk every one in his path, and when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded.
Yeah, so when they fall upon America, because America has been a sword that has killed Israel, man, as a whole, man. Even though it's not a physical, literal sword, right? But it has done things to kill people, man. All right, it had look at how America started, right? It came over here to colonize it, man. All right, they killed the Northern Kingdom, Ephraim over here. You know, your people, man, so to speak. Right? Because you say you Ephraimite. But go ahead, brother. Hey, they're good. Cool. Go ahead.
They shall run to and fro in the city. They shall run upon the walls. They shall climb up. Upon the houses they shall enter in at the windows like a thief.
That's how the Lord is coming. He's coming with his army like a thief too. Keep going, brothers.
The earth shall quake before them. The heavens shall tremble. The sun and the moon shall be dark.
More characteristics about how the day of the Lord is going to be and what's going to cause those characteristics. Those thermonuclear missiles. Go ahead, brother.
And the stars shall withdraw their shining. And the Lord, Yahweh Shemel Shai, shall utter his voice before his army. For his camp is very great.
The missiles are very great. The voice of the Lord is going to be controlling them, telling them what they're going to do and what they need to do.
For he is strong that executed his word. For the day of the Lord, the day of the Lord is great and very terrible. And who can abide it?
Nobody. You read that next precept, brother, and that's it.
Therefore, this verse 12. Therefore also know, therefore also now, saith the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai, turn ye even to me with all your heart, and with fasting, and with weeping, and with mourning.
Yep, turn to the Lord, man, with weeping, fasting, and mourning. Weeping in regards to, you know, the abominable things that's happening amongst the people of Israel in this place. Fasting, all right, to draw yourself closer with the Lord. And what was the other one?
It was and with weeping and mourning.
And mourning. I thought it was fasting, weeping, and mourning.
Fasting,
yep.
weeping, and mourning.
Yep, and mourning because of the sorrow, man, that you see your people going through, man. Turn to the Lord, man. Those are reasons and characteristics that you need to have, actionable things that you need to have to turn to the Lord, man, because that's what it's about. Our repentance turning to the Lord from us being transgressors to us being law followers to the best of our ability. Are you coming up here to rock?
Brother, give me James 5.
James 5 and what?
Start it from the top. Yeah, it's like the brother was going into, man. You know, America's going to be destroyed, man. The days of the so-called white man ruling this earth for wickedness and foolishness, you know, folly, just like the wicked ancient Caesars and the Roman emperors. Days is at his hand, you know. Is at the end, you know. The lies and the miseries, the lustfully deceiving of the world, got everybody freaked out, turfed out, bent out of shape, backwards. You know, the whole inward thought is perverted, nasty pornography, etc. Man, the days are at hand. You know, the place be thrust down. Yep.
James chapter 5 and verse 1. Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your misery.
Who's the rich man on the earth? The so-called white man. Why? He stole the riches of the earth. He has lied his way into rulership. You know, and with the bloodshed and violence, you know, he gained the world. You know, Job 9:24, the earth has been given to the hands of the wicked. You know, this nigga has been raping, robbing, and murdering the whole earth, taking resources, lying. Hey, he took our identity, took who we were, stole our land. You know, had us in slavery for over 500 years, reaped the benefits, sold Northern Kingdom, so-called Latino and Spanish America. But this nigga has become rich, man. He had everybody under oppression, making the work for pennies and cents. Got niggas locked up in prisons. They work for free. I mean, this nigga got his whole system up and running, man. Them days is our hand. Got it.
It says, come to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries.
Hey, great miseries is coming for the so-called white man. It started with the up the top bankers on to regular Joe Schmo Israelite. I mean, Edomites, man. You know? Got it?
It says, that shall come upon you. Verse 2, your riches are corrupted.
Corrupt, man. How? Because it was all gotten by lies, bloodshed, and robbery, man. Nothing was got justly, you know. Everything that the so-called white man done has been forcefully taken, you know. Hey, he took our book, put his face on it, put his name on it, you know, having that that God complex about him, you know. Going to the kingdom prior to America, hey, every heathen rulership thought to be, you know, put himself in a likeness of the Heavenly Father. They all got cut asunder. And that's what you better see with the so-called white man. You know, hey, nobody gets credit, you know, beating up the small guy. So, you know, everybody, you know, when you really get credit when you beat up the bully. And the so-called white man has been the bully of the earth, man. You know, you go growing up, you used to always hear about the so-called white man telling other nations what to do, you know, bullying them, telling us what to do. You got to conform to this. You got to sign this. You got to conform to this, or else you got this amount of time, or something will happen to you. Well, something about to happen to the so-called white man, you know. Deuteronomy 32:7. You know, the curse that was put on us, the Lord's going to put on the so-called white man. You got it?
It says your riches are corrupted, and your garments most eaten. It says verse 3, your soul.
You know, turned upside down. And if he sets society, up, this soul, it can crumble within itself, man. Because what he teaches is all death and demonic, man. He teaches the woman to be liberty, which is what's the end result? Death, man. He teaches men to be emotional and weak and effeminate, not to be a man. But what's the end result of that, man? Destruction. You know, death. You got it?
It says verse 3, your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you.
Hey, I watched that that series Money Heist. And that shit came out years ago. I watched it again. And that last bank job they went in, and the chief had a essentially you had to make a top one. He said, "Yo, man, the gold is gone." He's like, "Yo, I got these. What is it? The brass joint? It was brass, I think." He said, "Listen, man, y'all good anyway. The gold ain't backed by nothing." He said, "Man, it's taken, man. And hey, be two evens, man." So they got away. He made his deal, and everybody, hey, back in peace, man. But they didn't have real gold blocks. They had brass, whatever. But the point was, it was all an illusion. Because how Esau governs this world is all underneath illusion. The money is fake. The gold is fake. This nigga almost everything. Yeah, the people mindset is fake. But he by his lies and deceit, that's how things become real, man.
People would have never thought, back in the ancient world, let's say when during the Roman Empire, that there was going to come a time that they would accept a currency that was made out of paper.
Yep.
Right. They would never be like, what?
As you say, like, huh? What? When the Lord was showing the prophets certain visions, they were like, huh? Yeah. You could tell they were like,
what? But it has no value. Huh? How could this be money? That's what they would say back in the ancient world, man. Because back in the ancient way, during the Roman Empire, even though, the ruler was taking out, some of the purities out of the coins, you know what I'm saying?
They don't have real money, because the thing is that, and also another thing is that, digital currency, stuff like that, you can have your money in the bank, like credit cards and stuff like that. The government can kind of like push a button and your money goes away.
Yeah, that's not happening.
It's happening now. They're gonna put an object in. They're gonna track it. And all that illusion of money being real and gold being real was just for this day. Yeah. So because they lie to you about, when you make this amount of money, you make 42, 40, 50, 60,000, you're middle class. Yeah. Oh, but if you're below 10, 20, you're poor and poverty. Oh, if you make over 100, 200, you're six-figure making man. So they give you all these illusions, the God brackets are living with this money. Oh, if you drive this car, you're in this type of bracket. Oh, you're this, you're that, by this standard. Well, they're going now everything's going to a digital fashion.
And that fiat currency had to come, you know what I'm saying, before this electronic so-called currency gets set on high.
What question was that? They said that if they knew what the Federal Reserve was doing to the people, they were all, every so-called currency was pushing out of that.
Just wondering, because from out here, there's some people in the government who are trying to abolish the IRS.
The who?
From out here, there's been attempts to abolish the IRS.
Hey, look what happened to them. What is his name? John F. Kennedy was one of them.
Yeah, and they get
his whole family. Right. So put that. Yeah, you just spoke for yourself.
You got to understand who's in power, man. You got to understand. He doesn't want people to know who's in power. He doesn't want people to know how his system is run. So he's going to throw little mix-ups in the mix.
Right, the surface, like the Roman Empire.
Yeah, he's going to throw little things out there to have people confused on how his rulership is ran, how things are going on behind closed doors. He's going to throw some of his own people under the bus, man. He's going to throw some things out there that you're not going to understand. So-called people coming against this part of the government. All right, left wing, right wing. He plays both sides, man. So you can't get the understanding, man. So you don't know what's going on. That's why these people, Republican, Democratic, all right. You have all these different left wing, right wing groups, man. Okay, but at the head of it all right, is these elite banking families, man, who are calling the shots on both sides, man, orchestrating, putting different things in place, man, that are heading towards his agenda, his ultimate goals, man. All right, and there's a come a point in time very soon that anybody that opposes his agenda is going to be completely silent, man. All right, in one way or another, because he's going to try to completely control the narrative. All right, so soon you're going to have this so-called freedom of speech and all these things. People can just go out and say whatever the hell they want about the government and this and that, and protest and rally. He's going to cut all that out, man, real quick.
Remember, right? They demonized all the other. They demonized Russia, North Korea, Cuba, Guantanamo, Venezuela. Now look at these niggas.
Iraq. They demonized Afghanistan. They demonized Iraq. The women, look at them. We're trying to liberate, you know, the women can't.
They said narrate. They're poisoning.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see not too long
The
ago.
children can't read.
Yeah, I didn't see an article not too long ago. Oh, they're oppressing their women in the
Yeah,
Middle East.
yeah.
They got them wearing all this. What is it? Hijab. Hijab. Wear. Oh, we need to go over there and intervene. Or they're oppressing women. Well, they always. Well, they're oppressing the woman's femininity to get happy, to love a man. So who's you know, that's how the devil rules, man.
Also, one of the things they didn't understand, they were saying as a person. Does the nuns have it also oppressive?
But my man, your people don't say nothing. You got it.
Can I get this quick picture of my
You just keep saying that.
Let's
Just
go,
keep that in the bag.
Here we go. Your people don't say nothing.
Just keep that in the bag. And keep
I
throwing
never,
that out.
all the time I've been in Brooklyn, I never seen issues establishment going against anything. You got it? I see them walking around with their big hats, with their curly little weave hairs, with their hands in their pockets.
Oh no, hold on, brother. All black.
They all black. Come on, man. Trying to hurry up and walk fast before the Friday, Sunday.
They want to be Jews so
bad.
bad. They want to be Jews so bad. That's why they wear all black.
So Sirach chapter 13, I'll start at verse 5. It says, if thou have anything, he will live with thee. Yeah, he will make thee bear and will not be sorry for it. Verse 16, if he have need of thee, he will deceive thee and smile upon thee.
And this so-called white man right now is using the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans for his agenda, for his plan, for his goals. All right, he needs Jake's on a certain type of level so he can push this thing out. He can roll this thing out the way he wants it because he knows that Jake has a high level of persuasion out here, man. Everybody wants to be like the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. Yeah,
They can make shit look sweet.
right.
He can make Esau. His shit just looks stupid. They can make this shit look hot.
He can make it.
He said Esau could come out and sell no dope.
God.
But Esau said, you know what? I can make these niggas.
Hey, and that's beautiful what you say. He said he can make shit look hot. And they,
Look, when Esau had NBA, ain't nobody watching that shit. Esau said, Michael Jordan, Magic.
he's gonna use it with the MOTB, man. He's like, I can use these niggas to make this MOTB hip. I can make it cool. People are gonna want to take it willingly when they see this person, this NBA player, this NFL, this rapper. You know,
I can make smart slaves.
Yeah.
Rich.
Yep.
Make rappers out of them.
Right.
Make these niggas talk the money.
Right.
Make these niggas all on the billboard.
Right.
Make niggas all over the world see LeBron or these rappers like they're superstars. These niggas are nobody, man. But that's all through the illusion that Esau and Magic, wizardry. This whole world is just gone. You got, yo, man. Remember the video I sent y'all in the chat? Got that one in the gym. You got little ass so-called white kid doing the nay-nay, man.
That's right.
Come on, man. That's the illusion. That's just the illusion, man. That's how demonic this world is, man.
And you got people bowing down to these Israelites on the forefront. It's the words you see in the media. And Esau set it up that way. That you'll listen to whatever they say. You'll do whatever they do. All right? That you'll drink, you'll eat, you'll dress, or whatever the way they say you should dress. You should eat, you should think. All right? And that's going right into the times that we're coming into concerning this device that he wants you to have.
Last week I was out there, they said, you know, 50 years, right? Man, they got to the sin, got to commit great works of transgression. You know, but prior to the civil rights, Jake wouldn't do certain things. Now Jake is all, the black woman is the new whore. She is the so-called white woman now. And the so-called black man, he's not. He was nothing. He's basically the nigga that just in all out lust now, man. The black nigga a rock star. You had Marilyn Monroe, and you had a rock star. You looked at them, this lust out, man. But the so-called black woman that replaced Marilyn Monroe, and Lil Wayne and them other dreadhead niggas. Yeah.
That dumb future.
Yeah, they don't replace rock stars, man. Lean in their cup, all these little drugs and shit in their cup, man. You got it, bro.
It says Sirach 13 and verse 5. If thou have anything,
yeah. You know, the little bit that Jake has left, Esau gonna take that and use you for that last hoorah, man. It's that salt that we still have left. And all we got left, the little swag we got, the little drink in your cup. The little bit you got left. Esau gonna take that too, man. Esau gonna say we're gonna use it, and then you know what? We're gonna see all everybody. I'll give it back if you take this device in your hand. You know? You got it, bro.
it says, yes, he will make thee bear and not be sorry for it.
There you go. Hey, that's like your brother said, man. That's these so-called Jews, man. They ain't sorry for it, man. All right? These people at least ain't sorry for what they've done to the so-called Hebrew materials. Remember the executive? They said, we know what we're doing to the so-called black community. Yeah, and we don't care. As long as we make it money. And we're going to keep doing it. What are you going to do about it? This is the original criminal, man. He sound like a gangster. Scooby-Doo. He got away with it, too. Yeah. Before you meddling kids. Meddling Hebrew. You think taught you Jakes how to be a gangster, man. You learned that from Esau, man. Esau's the original gangster, man. He'll say some shit and don't care if you believe it or not, man. You know? What are you going to do about it, man?
Ephraimites are considered Israelites. What are they considered? Hebrews? And is there a difference between Hebrew?
Hebrew Israelites, man. Hebrews our language.
So Hebrew
is our nationality.
Okay.
Something to plan. Like for instance, right? You got Big Leach, right? So-called drug dealer. I don't know that nigga. That nigga might not be locked up. Now he got his little son. That shit been smacking his face. Now his little son trying to be like him. Nigga, why? If selling dope is cool, why your daddy not out? Right. Why didn't he just let him out and just do the goddamn show? Right. It's a fucking hypocritical nation, man. This shit is stupid. You like, nigga that. Nigga like, no, nigga wants to be in that. I don't want to see that for. What's the fucking point of saying being big? This little nigga ain't never had to do none of that. But that's what Esau pushes, that all that illusion. They make this shit out by lies and deceit. That's how shit comes to life. Lies. And then see, that's how Esau was able to get the whole world off of fucking lies, man. He took our book, says he was a Christian. Took our book, said he's an Israelite. Took our book, said he's a so-called Jew. You know what I mean? All this illusion and lies and deceit. This nigga got all the resources on the earth. That's why like the brother was going to, that's why the nucleus coming for this devil, man. And the Lord had to raise this nigga up, man. He was a nobody. Right. So white man's a fucking nobody, man. Right. The Lord had to raise him up to be the big bad guy bully. Going back earlier, when you beat up the bully, that's when everybody like you, respect you, man. That's when a woman love you too. So hey, you had to be somebody that be raised up for that great for our Lord to bring his power in his name back on the earth, man. And then when the so-called white man go down, that's how the world gonna really know how he loved us, man. Like the scripture says, how is the hammer of the earth cut asunder? That's right, man. This man is the hammer of the earth. When my Super Smash brother, you get that hammer, you was dangerous, man. Hey, you do, hey, everybody run. Hey, you might get off the board.
I used to see my when I play the Super Smash Bros. I used to use guys like Steve or
Verse 6. If he had needed thee, he will deceive thee and smile upon thee.
Did we say smile?
Yep.
He said, hey, nigga. Hey, nigga. Where's Jeezy? Gucci? We say little tweezer? Little tweezer. Nigga, young boy. You're gonna make you. She said, you from the ghetto? Bring them niggas too. Hey, what was that old, that shit was funny as hell. Hell. Boot camp clique. Young boy may not know it. And, he was the old original gun clapper. He was doing a record there. He said, bring your friends. Bring all your fucking friends. That want gun, weed, and liquor. I spell all you motherfuckers with it. Bring them on. All for you. That's what they laugh for you. When they can use you, that when Jake is willing to be broken down and this is be an entertaining nigga, that's when Esau love you. But when you come up in your righteous position, oh Esau that we're going back to what we said. Who really gets the real hate? Us.
gotta ask yourself, how is it that there's so many drugs, all right, on the soils of America, considered these street drugs? You know, these things are brought over here, man. We ain't got no boats, we ain't got no military, and the technology that America has, you know, they can actually regulate it where there would be no drugs on American soil, man.
Coast Guard,
You know,
air.
right? With the technology, with the satellites, with the drones, huh?
Sirach chapter 13 and verse 6. It says, if he have need of thee, he will deceive thee and smile upon thee, and put thee in hope. He will speak thou fair and say,
That's all niggas got.
Yo,
Hope,
Sean.
right? You know, he said,
What's on?
if I get this rap
Go,
career,
go, go, chop,
get
go.
out the hood. He said, if I get this college degree, I'm gonna feed my family. That's all Jake all about. It's some damn hope that Esau left owed over. And what's that Jake that he did that speech? He said, I'm hungry. If you hold a piece of bread over my head, I'm gonna hit you and I'm gonna try to take it. But that's all Esau does, holds a dream of Jake.
It never stops. Once they attain that goal, that dream, guess what? Esau's got something else dangling over there. You know, he wants you to be just like him, never satisfied. That's why these rappers don't reach, they'll attain their goal of being in Hollywood, have a multi-million-dollar mansion, a rap contract, they have a couple $1 million in the bank, but they're still hungry for more, man. You know,
And that's why it's very important you read about the Roman Empire, about the emperors that ruled in Rome, man.
Right.
They were very demonic. And it's the same
Same
way,
thing.
the way how they allowed the Roman emperor to live on and to be, you know, these naked pictures, women is able to do whatever she wants, men is freaking off, and they did it all underneath the skies of the Roman emperor, and the Roman emperor was in on it, but then he was still ruling. I'm just saying, that's the society that we live in. It's all the illusion of this. You're free. In the scriptures, you don't want no nigga. That's the most dangerous man that you can have above you is a nigga that's a skilled murderer, but they can't control himself, man. That nigga is, that's the most dangerous. Yo, you ever heard, that's like Mike Tyson. That's like Mike Tyson on a 10-time level, but that nigga can't control himself, man. So you can see the nigga, you don't know what you can do.
hey,
That's
like,
dangerous
like
to
that,
society.
like that episode from Dave Chappelle with what's the nigga said? He just said what's his name? What's the Wayne Brady. You know, when you say it's a dangerous nigga, you know, and that's how Esau is, man. But you niggas, man, you know, you want to be in Hollywood, you want to be a rapper. Hey, Esau tells you to eat your sandwich, you know. If you want to eat your sandwich, you say this is not an option. You say this is not an option, nigga. You either eat it or we have a problem. And that sandwich represents what? All that wickedness and abominations and things, the mansion parties, all right, the homosexuality, the sacrifices, the rituals, all the things that you got to partake in to keep that rap contract, man. You know, to keep that so-called status level, man. All right, to keep your rap name, man. All right, to keep your career or job, whatever your occupation might be.
Keep anything, man, because how the way he was nigga done broke the society down.
Right.
Because everything it has happened to the society was created by this nigga. He inflated. He dropped the dollar. He brings the opportunity, the Great Depression. Then he messes up again. He takes jobs out of it. Brings something again. When you look at every term of presidency, it gets worse every time. But it's all an illusion. You vote for this president, it might get better. Oh, we fucked up. Okay, another 4 years, we go vote again. It's all a goddamn illusion.
Maybe we'll get it this way. Maybe this will be the time where we'll select someone good in office. You know, we got these people, man. It just shows you the mindset that our people are in, man, how confused they are in, just off the strength of them going and putting a ballot in or a new vote in.
It's sloppy, man. People never really sat down and thought to themselves, if you had a good president, why would you want to change? Wouldn't you not want to keep him there? And after this nigga did everything good, would you not fight for this? Be like, you know what? We don't need no more president. Keep him until something happens to him. No, you every 4 years, 8 years, you switch up. I wonder why.
If it may, The Lord shows you that many. Well, when Israel was on point, He showed you many times. When we had a good king over us, He ruled for fucking, years until the Lord cut that off. Turned it off. You know what I'm saying? So why the hell play this dumbass game, which Babylon likes to play? Every 4 years you want to change it up. That's wickedness, man. That's poison.
If George Washington was the best goddamn president, he would have reigned for longer than what he did. Right? And then the next one after he died would have been in his stead. He wouldn't have had every 4 years. Man, look, how many presidents? What's the president number we on? 50 something. If them niggas was good, it wouldn't be this. It wouldn't be so many.
It's crazy because Augustus Caesar, he reigned for 39 some years. They loved him. Rome loved him. So if they really loved their president, they would have him ruling for a longer period of time. This is Sirach chapter 13 and verse 5. 6.
And again, we saw there was hope over these people.
It says verse 6, if he have need of thee, he will deceive thee and smile upon thee and put thee in hope. He will speak thee fair and say, what wantest thou? So that was going back into what you said. He's going to give you a good deal. Like, hey, what do you want out of this? What can I give you to serve me better? You want money? You want a nice house? A pool, jacuzzi, nice limo? I'll get your family a nice big house. You can get $32 million and an endorsement.
He give you so much hope that our people have the hope that they could become the next president of the United States. Even back in these past empires, man, these past rulerships, common people didn't have that notion in their own mind. Man. You can go back to the Roman Empire, common people walking around. I think one day I could possibly be the next Roman Empire. Roman Emperor.
I might be next.
Right. You got people literally walking around like it's that easy. I just gotta, climb up, start my little group, get some sign offs, some write offs,
They hit you with that $1 million question. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Just come to this university, just take this class, and you'll be able to achieve your goals.
Yep. It's that easy. Simple.
This nigga, America was set about blood and murder, rape, rob, and murder. But he teach you other ways. He teach you another fashion. You work hard, determined, and hope.
Yeah. He said I didn't get my success like that. But here, if you want to be successful, you ever laid out for you.
I did a group for it.
Right, but he went a whole nother route, man. He did it with the sword, man.
He said, man, this money, this bracket, this you do this. Basically, he said, if you to his standard of living, he said you can reach it. Right. When you look at his standard of living, he took every goddamn thing.
And that's how that rulership is going to be transferred into our hands, right? By so-called violence. That's right. All right? It's going to be transferred into the hands of the so-called Negroes and the dead days. When you call Jesus in Christ, he ain't coming back, okay, to whisper sweet nothings, man. Okay? He's coming back for war, man. He's coming back for bloodshed. All right? He's coming to bring hell on earth, man. All right? Great destruction, man. All right? That war in heaven, man. All right? He's coming to take these leaders, all right, the ones that rule the earth. He's coming to kick them out of rulership, man. By violence. You got it, bro.
It's back in James chapter 5, and I started verse 3 again. It says, your gold and your silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you.
Yeah, so the evil dwellings, the evil workings, trying to pay people off, that's going to come to an end. World War III grew up. Other nations not really disdaining America. Russia, the hatred of Russia. Everybody's trying to set up deals against America. The NATO's going to eventually get tired of her. That's when the nuke's going to fly, man. Because what's being exposed is the so-called the wickedness of the so-called white man. Because Esau paints. They're going back to what is it? Isaiah talks about she decked herself and listen and purple array. When you look at the stand of America is really a so-called white woman, blonde hair, the whore. Blonde hair, blue eyes, beautiful. That's like the old cartoon. You see the fox,
purple garment.
You see the red dress. You see, you see a so-called beautiful white woman with the brown, brunette hair, or orange hair.
She looks appealing.
Yeah, she looks appealing. time if it's nasty as hell.
Right, right. You know, it's very appealing to these people, man. I'm here, bring it up.
Revelation 17. Revelation 17:4, and the woman the brother is describing was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication.
We had read earlier in, I believe it was Jeremiah, the golden cup that the Lord had in his hand. He couldn't understand it. That was abominations are everywhere in the fucking world, man. Because of the war. Because of the war. Everybody was taking after this damn this bitch.
And she wants Judah. So this is all an illusion. That bitch wants you.
Well, now it's a black bitch, you know. Black bitch.
Yeah, man, you know. Out of the way. Again, what's one of the things that the Lord tells people men not to do? Fall head over heel off of a woman's beauty. Now, America comes off as beautiful, as enticing, that nothing could be wrong. I mean, damn, it was slaves here, but look at them now. So it's enticing. Again, I can understand if you're blinded, if you don't, you know, and that's what happens because with all the legislation and the strategic plannings of, you know, the so-called white man to our people, I can see why people forgot. You know, they created false leaders. They dumbed us down by religion. They dumbed us down by the school system. They dumbed us down by the TV, you know, everything, man. So that's why the Lord, in these days, He sent the prophets out last, man, to remind our people, man, this is not a society, man. The so-called white man's coming down, you know. Right. His days are up, man. You know. This is the extension of Rome. Everything about America reminds you of Rome. Rome fell, you know. You got it? That's right. So, but the thing about it, nobody thinks America's going to fall.
There is going to be a rulership that will rise and won't fall.
That's what nobody talks about right there. We take that
We do.
And that's what we reminded our people. Because prior to us coming out here, you always had that notion of, you can't keep the so-called black man down, roughly paraphrasing. You know, black man gonna come back on top. The black man is God. You heard things like that back in the day. Then niggas, our people got rocked back to sleep. But see now, again, going back to that remembering, we're provoking the thoughts in our people that, hey, we're gonna reign, we are gonna reign. But now we bring out all the facts of the scriptures behind it. See, back in the day, it was all a bunch of great words, soothsayers, you know, the black man is God. Such and see the moon, see the stars, see the sun, and then we'll run it back. See, that was catchy, witty words. What we're bringing out now to this pretty out by the Bible, but mix up with everything. So you go in the Bible, tell you something right there going down. We read again like a brother Court, they too. It talks about our forever kingdom being established on earth, man. You know, so we're bringing all this out through the spirit, man. We're not just out here close the book. Just out here, turn the cameras on. Yeah, man, the white man's the devil. He lied to us. We angry. Now we out here, spit flying. Yeah, we just chilling. Hey, brother. What's up, brother? How you feeling? Hey, let's go out there on such and such and let's go talk. We're not doing that, man. You know? Got it?
James chapter 5 and verse 3. Your gold and silver is canker.
But like everything we're talking about, we're looking at the scripture. You could go do it. You could actually go to Google and look at all this for yourself, and you will see it, man. You know? You got it?
James 5 and verse 3.
But see, what happened was, Esau tried to soothe it out and try to make it. He put it out there, but the thing about it, he failed to realize the Lord was actually going to raise a prophet in time to really reveal all of it, man. You know?
And the Lord has blinded them. And one thing about being blinded, okay, you've been blinded since birth. So when you're blind, you don't know that you're blind. Man. You don't know that you can't see. You think this, yeah, you thought this is the way it's supposed to be. I was born this way. I don't know no other way. Yeah. You know, I thought ain't this normal? No. You know, and a lot of our people, they ain't gonna get it. They're not gonna wake up, man. You know, the Lord has set up stumbling blocks before the majority of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, so they won't understand, so they won't get it, man. Okay, so they won't repent. All right, it's not for. I mean, this is for all of Israel, but all of Israel is not going to get it, man. They're not going to come to the understanding. A lot of our people are just going to die, you know, because they refuse to repent. They refuse to accept wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Man. They have accepted the ways of the world. They accepted these other doctrines and beliefs.
So do you think I should also tell my dad about my dad's Puerto Rican, so
Where you
I should
from?
tell him about it. Where I'm from?
No, where your dad from?
My dad's from Puerto Rico.
Okay, what part?
He never told me which part.
So you know your dad now?
It was on.
So you know your father now?
Yeah,
What music does he
he
listen
lives
to?
in Chesapeake, but the thing is,
What music does he listen to?
he listens to Spanish.
We just said repent. We just said repent or die. And he didn't ask.
He listens to Spanish music.
What's his favorite musician? What's his favorite musician?
I can't say his name, but he showed me this. He was this Hispanic guitarist who had like this, more Spanish style, more of a Mexican Puerto Rican style guitar, and it had these, and he played it a certain way with like the fingers, and it was a pretty advanced style of playing. But that's his favorite thing. It's like I don't know how to describe it, but it was cool music. What music I listen to? Usually, I listen to all sorts of music. Really, just I don't tend to listen to music. I don't tend to hear me out. I don't really tend to listen to music often. But I do listen to whatever my roommate happens to be playing, and he usually plays like rap music.
You got it, bro.
It's James chapter 5, verse 3. Your gold and silver is canker, and the rest of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. Ye have heaped treasures together for the last days.
That's right. All the gold, black, everything. Basically, all the resources that the silver white man took it, they're going to be given to us.
It says,
that was it. I think you were continuing speaking. But yeah, it's like, hey, the scripture says, riches is never lost. They just, what is it? Translated, man. You know, everything that the so-called white man stole, everything that the so-called white man stole from Hispanics, like so-called Latinos, so-called Negroes, we can all that back. And for the other nations, man. We can all that back, man. Double, man. You know?
But what if my dad does not repent?
Yo,
So if he doesn't repent, then he's not going to get it. So as you said, no, so the thing is,
you shouldn't worry about your dad repent. You should be worried about yourself, man.
Hey,
Okay,
forget about it, Mario. Bro, it's over. You're missing the message, bro. If you and your dad don't repent, you and your dad both gonna die. Tell that to your dad. All right? Okay.
That's my last question. But anyway, I gotta go. So I'll see y'all next time. See you next time.
My dad, though.
How you completely miss the message and then bring out these dumbass questions, bro? You know? This is Psalms 94, and let's start from the top. It says, "O Lord Yahweh, to whom vengeance belongeth." That's right. Oh, the Lord's going to destroy this so-called white man and his whole infrastructure, man. You see how we're tearing the strongholds down by what is truth, man. You know, we're not out here rousing shit up, or we're not out here with military, with saying our physical shit going to tear nothing down, man. We're tearing this infrastructure down by what truth is, man. You know, by the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Right. It says, "O Yahweh, to whom vengeance belongeth, show thyself." And he will. And what is going to say? I spoke the word, and the word shall not come back void, man. You know. It says, "Lift up thyself, thou judge of the earth, render a reward." See, prior to this, the so-called white man, I always knew that it was a hatred towards them, right? Against us, right? And our people. They knew we were different. They knew we didn't like each other. They knew about slavery. But see, since going back to the works of wickedness, the television, or the integration, they walked everybody to sleep. So they said, yes, we are. That was a common word. The white man's the devil. So white man's the devil. White man's the devil. Now they can sleep in it. Now they said, God damn, we gotta do something.
What did God say, man?
Oh, man.
Beware of the pale face, man.
That's right, man. Everybody knew. At one time, everybody knew. That's right. Everybody knew that some white knew the devil. Even Moab knew.
But with witchcraft and sorcery, everybody would rock to sleep. They was able to sleep good at night. But the Lord rose up the prophets, man. They can't sleep. That's why now they're like, God damn it, again? But this time it ain't gonna stop, man. You gonna wear their ass up by this truth, man. Until the Lord wake up to the prey. You got it?
It says, thou judge of the earth, render a reward
Man,
to the proud.
Think about it. You really haven't really seen too many Edomites no more talking shit no more, man. You know, I wonder why. Back in the day, they used to come up bold, proud,
Like
talking
that,
shit.
remember the old cartoon, the old, what was it, Popeye's cartoon where you make the big gulp? He said, that's Esau, bro.
There
You know? He got a hard pill to swallow.
Hey,
man.
he said, when they see us, he said,
Yeah, the big gulp goes down his throat. Papa, he swallowed the whole can of goddamn drink. Yeah, whole spinach, man. Hey, that's Esau Edom, man. He like it says in Isaiah with the 47th chapter. This stuff was getting exposed.
that's right.
You know, on all levels.
All levels, that's right. He can't hide. This nigga can't hide no more, man. Cause see, that was his source. That was his whole best defense, man. Was hiding. That nigga was like a chameleon until we came up. That nigga blended in with everything.
With every culture, with every food,
Everything.
And that's a very good defense. If you can fight a battle and not be seen, if you got the power of invisibility, come on, man. Yo, that's what was that out?
Just like the movie Predator, you know, the ability
Yeah.
to camouflage.
Oh, God.
Yeah, yeah. Steady killing them.
God.
He saw him in the ultimate Predator.
Yo. Hey, who remember Dragon Ball Super? The last fight.
when that little bug thing was fighting.
Yeah, it was invisible.
Yeah.
It would catch him, motherfucker. I think he knocked up a couple of dudes off the joint. He said, "What the hell?" And then knocked him off. He turned to find this motherfucker little as hell. When he got exposed, he got out. They got his ass out. They said, yeah, they heard of it, got his little ass up there. That's me, so he's a little fucking bug. But his power is his fucking his camouflage, man. His ability to grab the cloak, man. But now that nigga exposed, and we got the scopeo on him, man. You know, got the scope on that nigga. He can't run no more. Got it. And like that sniper better get solid. Yeah, better get it's the head.
Yeah, that's the first.
Snakey in the head. The sniper in the head.
Oh, yeah.
That nigga sent a bird. That nigga sent a bird over you. You can't hide.
How the fuck you train a bird to do shit like that?
No.
It says, verse 3, Lord, how long shall the wicked triumph?
Yeah, because it seemed long. You know, sometimes our spirit be roused up. You know, we be hating, we hating today. Scripture talks about hating. You know, hey, we're tired of this devil, man. You know, this society is fucking off and it's wicked and it's weird, man. You know, literally, if society was on a righteous level, man, well, none of it, half of the shit you see out here in America wouldn't even prevail, man. It wouldn't be no such thing as a nightclub, a club, or like out nightlife. This is a part of the new society. And what this says, so is the judge, so is the people. And this nigga's a fucking Esau's a fucking weirdo, man. The ultimate, he doesn't have control over his spirit, man. When you look at all the Roman emperors, they were wives and husbands.
Hey, the movie Spartacus, man, will show you that, or
There you go.
the series Spartacus will show you how wicked these devils are.
And again, these niggas would be stone cold murderers and love to pop. They love doing some pop. They would have boys, they would have women, they would take other women's men, and then they have a wife at home. And then they would go out there and murder. What type of man is that, man? That's a man you don't want over you. Got it?
Jump
back to you.
It's James chapter 5 and verse 4. It says, "Behold, the hire of the laborers which have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud, crying."
Hey, took everything he had, man. He built this nigga society. He took everything from us, man. You know, put us in the ghettos and the slums, but then you use us because we had what? Soft. We have a little bit of ability to make shit look good. You know, but hey, you didn't let us. You didn't give us no what you call it? No people things. You didn't give us no money. No, you didn't give us nothing. You just continually use us to the benefit of your good. Like the scripture says, I gave you rap music. Yeah, I gave you hope. I gave you an illusion. I let you change. I let you change from the south to the north. You know, I gave you an illusion. You got niggas free.
2 months in.
And like the scripture said, what is it? A perpetual hatred. When the enemy had an end, they basically so kept striking us, man. You know. What is it? Yep. Oh, Ezekiel 36, I believe.
Why is it shining?
The main reason because he knows who you are, right? Him knowing who you are, he knows that he's going to go into slavery under your hands very soon. He knows that you're next in line for rulership, which that rulership is going to be an everlasting rulership.
Scripture said, "Know thy enemy." This devil knows who we are. In order to tell a lie, he has to know the truth, man. And again, we're out here telling our people, man. You know, this society is not for your benefit, man. You know, going to college, going to laboring for these goddamn jobs. You know, basically the most important thing our people can do is come together. Unity is power. You know, but not for the ones that are all like-minded. Not just everybody, because that's another thing they do. It's an illusion, but it's accepting everybody. You got to know who's right. Again, you have a society where no discernment, no judgment, so everything is like a TLC match, man. Anything goes, man. All the brothers. But you're supposed to know the spirit that's in the right spirit that's in a man, for who you're supposed to keep company with, man. You got it?
Yeah, I'm gonna jump back.
Oh
yeah, come.
It says, "Which is of you kept back by fraud, crying, and the cries of them which have reaped are entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth."
Sabaoth, the Lord of armies, man. You know? So, hey, Yahweh Shah gonna come back with the armies and great armies, man. And take this place down, you know? Why? Because we're that, yep, the apple of his eye. Hey, we are the bride that's calling out up to our Lord because, hey, Esau wants to rape us, man. He wants to take it from us, man. You know? Hey, and we are, going back to the law of adultery, hey, we are saying something because we know as a woman, if we don't say nothing, we don't doubt we just as guilty, man. You know? You have been talking to Yahweh Shah, and Esau wants to basically take his possession and go commit adultery with us by what? Putting that seed in.
Yeah, I was gonna say it when you was there. Yep, Jack. Hey, you know Jake gonna line right up for that.
Hey, that's right. Hey, so basically, hey, because what has happened? Israel has become a whore. She's that quiver's open as a whole, as it was 2/3. You know, you got it.
It says, verse 5, "You have lived in pleasure on the earth."
Man, that nigga had everything. That nigga had boys, little girls. I'm talking about under the age girls. Hey, this cracker is in South America. This cracker's in the Middle East. This cracker's in Japan. This devil's everywhere.
Hey, shit, if I may add, there was an article that came out maybe last week or earlier this week where there were 2 people might be, doing shit with little boys. They killed their doctor.
Not even to mention what they were doing in Haiti.
That's a common thing. That's just the first time actually met.
Oh no, that was just something that got caught recently.
That's common. That's a common thing that happens.
I see, bringing it up.
And then I'm saying that's on point because what they'll do is they'll bless somebody, make it seem like they're trying to they're taking hold of it, they're trying to get rid of it, they're getting underneath that. That's a common thing. I'm
say it's common as in like people are like, oh my God, look at this. But like with these modes and adopted kids, these like come on, already weird. Like it's like these weird people have kids and expect no weird shit gonna happen.
Or the synagogue.
Yeah.
The Catholic Church, man. There's mad accounts that come out against the Catholic priests amongst all the kingdom, man. You know, for the regular, man. Ain't nobody check them. Ain't nobody say nothing to them. And actually, it's sad to say, a lot of those kingdom, Simeon, what you call it, Asher. Zebulon and those islands, they actually know what the Sokoian is doing to their people. But they're so poor, they don't say nothing, man.
And they don't know who to say. Like you said, this man's invisible.
Man's invisible, man.
Who do I speak to? Who's the head of this household?
Yep.
Man? Hey, the person that answered the door don't know.
Like Jake want to rouse up, but who do you rouse up against? This nigga's blended into us, man. You know? That's why, again, this is a slave day. You know, telling our folk, warning our people, hey, you better wake up. Putting our people in that remembrance, man. This so-called white man is not our friend, man. He's our enemy. The devil, man. The Bible speaks of, man. You know? The father, your mother, again, being rocked to sleep, your father, your grandmother, being rocked to sleep by that television. She basically say, you know what, baby? I understand, I know, but baby, you got to get some money. You need an education. You know? They said the hell with that. That Muslims died out, the Black Panther movement died out, or they, what is it? Can't joints. I got action. You say what? I got action. Got him. So education, college, got him. No more fight. Patriarchy did. Big Papa dying out. Got action. He said, so the men.
James chapter 5 and verse 5. Ye have lived in pleasure on the earth and been wanting. Ye have nourished your hearts as in the day of the slaughter.
Nourished, man. You can't fat, man. Can't fool, man. But that's slaughter.
It says, ye have condemned and killed the just, and he doeth not resist you.
Yep. Broken so bad. Hey, you just get this. We walk to, hey, what does scripture say? Hey, what's it that go in there? What niggas do? Our people go to this nigga. He make up a scenario on TV. Niggas go right to them. You got it.
James chapter 5 and verse 6. Ye have condemned and killed the just, and he doeth not resist you. Verse 7. Be patient, therefore, brethren, unto the coming of the Lord Yahweh by Shem Yahushai.
Remember what's still saying in Jews? He said, what do you want from me? He said, nothing. Shut up. That's Esau against us, man. What do you want from us? Man? He took everything from us. He said,
a little furthermore, Tyree said that. What do you want from me? He was crying crocodile tears, man.
It says, be patient, therefore, brethren, unto the coming of the Lord. Behold, the husbandman waiteth for the precious fruit of the earth.
Hey, it's like a woman that desires her husband to come back home. That's us, man. You know? But again, we have to prepare ourselves because, again, like the scripture even says, is it a thing that when a woman commits adultery, that a man go back to her, or does she take her back and prepare for it? The scripture said no. But hey, the Lord just, you went a whore and the Lord took us back. You know? So if we gotta clean ourselves up, we gotta, the Lord took down the Lord. We gotta really try our best on our ability, try to get rid of those wicked thoughts, man. And basically the rods that we had before, straight from that. Because the woman goes to home, she messed with another man, so she still has that vibration of the other man on her. Slock if you got that little twist up.
Nah, bro, you got it. Hey, look, those that have ears, let them hear.
Slock. You got it.
It says, verse 7, be patient, therefore, brethren, unto the coming of the Lord. Behold,
So we're in the time of getting ourselves together, cleaning ourselves up, man. And going back into what is it, Esther, for the purification of the woman, bathing ourselves in oils, making ourselves sexy again for our husband, you know, which is Yahweh Shah. You got it?
it says, behold, the husbandman waited for the precious fruit of the earth and have long patience for it.
Yeah, we came back looking nasty. Our hair was messed up. You know, our skin was messed up. We were stinking. Now, hey, we're cleaning ourselves up again, man. We go through the spirit. Through the grace and mercy that Allah allowed us to have. Like you got the shot. You know? You got it?
It says, and have long patience wait for it until he receive it, the early and latter rain. Be ye also patient, establish your hearts, for the coming of the Lord draweth nigh. Verse 9.
That's right. He's nearer than what you than our people believe. Man. You know, again, the scripture talks about, you know, you see, you know, bad weather. You know, people know the time that we're in. You know, it's gonna rain tomorrow, bad thunderstorm, etc. Yeah. But here it is, all the signs of the Lord is coming, returning. People can't see that. People still laughing, bullshit, and joking, especially our people. You know?
People can see that when the storm is coming, right? The context clues of that are quick. Gradually, the time of the storm is coming. They're not coming as fast as you can tell as when it's about to rain or when it's about to storm. So the signs of the Lord is coming, it's coming by slowly for those that need to pick it up if they see together.
I know, I never forget, man. When I'm in South Carolina, they said it's gonna rain in 10 damn minutes. That shit rained in 10 minutes. Yo, every time they say it's gonna rain in this much time, yo, when it came, you could see it too, man. You know, we had a different type of thunder. You know, and again, you know something's about to come when you look up in the eyes. What?
And soon the Lord's speeding those signs up. Soon those signs are gonna come so quick. It's gonna be like a tornado dropping out of the sky.
You gonna thank for Jake to turn back.
Yeah, this thing's gonna be happening so quick. Hey, man, it's gonna be like boom, boom, boom. The next thing you know, this whole land gonna be on fire, man. You know,
For real.
like the scripture says, like a woman travailing. You know, those birth pains. You know, those what do they call them? What are they? Contractions. That's what I'm looking for. The water. You know, they're gonna start coming sooner and sooner and sooner with less time in between them. All right, soon you're gonna see a martial law declared. All right, you're gonna see riots. You're gonna see civil war and race war. All right, people getting thrown in concentration camps. No food out here. All right, troops running through the streets, killing Jake. All right, these things are gonna happen relatively quickly. You know, and all the next thing you know, there's gonna be nuclear missiles in the skies, man. You know,
everything they're talking now. They talk about basically eggs going away, chicken going away, certain foods going away. And again, that's like telling somebody, yo, you ever heard? What? Rain, about to rain in 10 minutes. If you ain't got no umbrella, you ain't got nothing. You just left the house, you was all in your phone, not paying attention. And they say, yo, my man, you know 10 minutes about to rain. You late now, man. And then you said, oh shit, man, you got 1 minute left. You try that's when you try to wake up. What's 2 minutes about it? You gonna get caught in that rain.
Hey, shoot, if you speaking about time, that doomsday clock is at 90 seconds or something like that, right?
Yeah, because it just changed.
Yeah. And then look, man, hopefully that shit gets to 1 second in the next year, you know? Not 89 seconds.
like the brother's analogy, it's about to rain. You can't get in the house. Yep. The keys don't work. You lost your keys. You lost your keys. Those doors are pictures. I want to go home. I want to be safe. No, it's too late now, man. You know?
Tony Boy is coming.
Tony, open the door.
Yeah.
Tony, open the door.
Let me in.
You know? Right. You know?
What 56 say in his song? The Lord is about to pour heavy judgment on America. It's gonna come. James 5 in verse 7 again. It said, slightly. Verse 8. It says, be ye also patient, establish your hearts.
Establish your heart, establish your minds, man. But what? It's truth, you know? learning, what's important to the Lord, man. Learning what's right, learning, increasing your faith, your patience, your hope, your mercy, standing strong, knowing what God wants, That's the only way that's going to, prepare you in what's to come. Martial law, certain foods you might have to cut off. Man, everything starts with your mental. If your mental not right, you're not going to make it, man. You might just only have beans in it. I'm just saying, man. The scripture talks about the Lord, you're going to take his prophet, but you just never know. And all in all, you have to prepare your mind for this. You got to prepare your mind when things get bad. You got to pray. That goes for me too. You got to just remember to stay spiritual, man. Remember to stay close to the operation on the shop. Right now, yes, you see the normal, everybody going to the store, getting food, getting bullshit, microwave things, fast food, McDonald's, Uber Eats, Lyfts. The people do this bullshit, go to clubs, drink, they life away. But again, when it comes down, when everybody get caught in that crossfire, it's gonna be too late for these people. Because you wasting your time. You still thought you can get rich. That's a sad thing to think. If you believe you can still get rich in this 2023. You can still get around. You can still be the next person, superstar on TV, man. That's a sad way to put
Verse 8, be also patient, establish your hearts, for the coming of the Lord draweth nigh. Grudge not one against another, brethren, lest ye be condemned. Behold, the judge standeth before the door.
So again, man, grudges, man, you're supposed to work everything out with each other. Because really, at the end of the day, that's all we have. People that are like-minded, like you, that's the one that you're supposed to be, staying close to, So you have all, the spiritual talk.
Actually, I don't want the one you just used.
It says, take my grudge not one against another, brethren, lest ye be condemned. Behold, the judge standeth before the door. Take my brethren, the prophets, who have spoken in the name of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai, for an example of suffering, affliction, and of patience.
Because again, the normal way of the society, how we live, is about to change drastically. When all hell breaks loose and the society is no more, and they're trying to bring in that new world order, and they're trying to bring in that seer, things are going to change drastically. We're not going to be no more the normal way of what you see saw before us, man. Even shit, the 80s and the 70s, man. Man, who used checks? That shit foreign. I saw a lady the other day trying to use a damn check. She like the whole store almost got mad at her, man. Fuck, man.
Hurry up!
Old as hell, man. Trying to use a goddamn check, man.
That's cool. I forgot how to write that.
That shit is foreign, man. So that whole, way of the old living, but to stop, man. Yeah, but when you look at it, even the certain things we do now with cash out, you be like, this is convenient stuff, and that's how they're gonna get this society. Because again, like, what's the thing now? When your grandparents get old, man, listen to the old niggas to the old people home. Because it's convenient for them. For you. Okay, everybody's greedy. Everybody's trying to be fat. Ain't nobody thinking about the traditional way, about morals. It's all about me, my.
That's how the so-called white man's going to lead when he pushes this on TV. It's a convenience.
Yep.
So people are going to look at you like, you don't got to, why not? It's going to be so much quicker, easier, faster, safer, healthier, way to do things. So they're going to the majority are easily going to accept it.
When they first brought out the refrigerators, people, thought it was like, why do we need this refrigerator? All our food is fresh. But they say, well, it's convenient. You can just go open up your fridge and eat whatever you want. So that they push that on convenience, for the people of America. And they're going to fall right into it, man. It's like, oh, wait a minute. I can use a chip in my hand just to order food from home. I can scan it on the refrigerator, and they'll bring my groceries to me. I don't even have to leave the house. You know, that's how they're gonna be.
And it makes me healthy. Yeah. You can check my insides. You can monitor me. I always feel safe.
Check my heart rate.
If somebody abduct me, and you know, in this society too, everything will be in chaos. Man.
Yeah.
So they're gonna come with all sorts of methods to make it seem like this is gonna be the most convenient thing. You know? You got it?
It says James chapter 5 and verse 10 again. It says, "Take my brethren the prophets who have spoken in the name of the Lord for an example of suffering, affliction, and of patience."
They got call for every brother up there.
Yeah, they do.
It's
And then
crazy
you
though.
got somebody speeding down this way.
They got call. They got at least call for every brother out there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just come the back door and the back two. 7, bro.
Definition means up 7. You got it.
7 people.
It says, "Take my brethren, the prophets, who have spoken in the name of the Lord, for an example of suffering, affliction."
That's what we're gonna go through. Right? Because we in those times. Hey, going back to all the other nations that what you call it, that claim that they got the truth or they got the what you call it, they love the Lord. You can tell that's a lie because the world doesn't hate them. The Lord hates us, man. You know? You got it.
It says, "For an example of suffering, affliction, and of patience."
We're going to suffer because what? We're against the society. We're conforming now. We're preaching against it, man. We're teaching against comfortability. Because, hey, when you read about one of the things that make you better as a man, it tells you they cut off that fucking comfortability, man. You know, comfortability what? Brings weak men. And it's crazy because they even changed, like the whole parenting thing was changed. Because what does majority of men do now?
I didn't have it, so I want my kids to have it.
The goddamn woman, she's so goddamn emotion driven. She don't want to see nothing bad to the damn child happen. Man, after the child, she want to see the child see no expression. So basically, if the father ain't got that mindset,
I want nothing bad happen to my baby.
but she ain't dealing with you, man. You know, and that's just, and I'm telling you that this buying kids shit, this buy kids shit, this over abundance of gifts of kids, it has destroyed these kids, man. Yo, why the fuck the kids get tablets at 2, 3? Cell phones, iPhones, Christmas presents, all this shit, man. A bunch of convenience that's what destroying these kids, man.
It says, verse 11, "Behold, we count them happy which endure. Ye have heard of the patience of Job."
So just like the prophets and the apostles before us, hey, they were found happy. They were happy to be even in this and be indulging in the sufferings in this. Same thing as us, because again, we know this is not our society. We teach against it, man. So that's one thing we can always say. We always ask somebody else, why don't you be a persecutor for what you believe in if it's the damn truth? You know, you got it.
It says, verse 11, "Behold, we count them happy which endure. Ye have heard of the patience of Job, and have seen the end of the Lord, that the Lord is very pitiful and of tender mercy."
Hey, and another thing too, hey, remember this. When a man shines, does not his light shine? Hey, when Yahushua get his glory, aren't we gonna get glory with him? You know? So we have to endure. You have to be patient. You have to suffer. The things you have to stand upon. How do you show your belief? By your words, by your actions. By standing upon what you believe in. But if you take the goddamn seat here, hey, that shows what you believe in. You believe in the power of this world, you know? You got it.
I think that's it on that. Unless you want to
No. No.
I was holding salt.
is, they is, they ain't. Fuck 'em. That's how they all come. Hey, let the dog out. Bring dog out. Let that shit go.
Water holes out.
Yeah, hey,
No.
hey, to be honest with you, they ain't me out of cop. Hey, they ain't me out of cop car. Let's continue on in Psalms 94, verse 4. It says, "How long shall they utter and speak hard things, and all the work?" Like, who else are they remember? Now I'm not with it, I'm not for it, but one thing you have to remember when. Every time it was an organization that came against the so-called white man, what happened? They got ridiculed. Because that is the fucking main culprit. That's the devil. Before they got taken down. Yeah. You know? Here it is, the Bible that's coming out against the so-called white man. This Bible is against this nigga, man. You know? He's exposing the people who he really is, man. So of course we're gonna have to push back. Let's say, this is the truth. He's gonna do that because in order for the people to be on his side, and and him coming against, the ones that are out here teaching his word, prophesying against this place, he has to demonize us, man. All right, he has to portray us in a certain manner, so these people will, back him, and coming against the men out here in the highways and byways, man.
That's called demonization.
Exactly.
Brother.
Same way they did, Afghanistan, Iraq, all these particular nations, they demonized them first, before they came against them for various reasons.
Hey, then if you actually go over there, them people, they not bothering nobody, man. They're not bothering nobody.
You running up on a kid is dead. Where are the weapons of mass destruction? You look at these people like, yo, look what they live in, English. They laughing,
on top of that. And like you said, they living in mud huts.
They supposed to have high technology,
And the people that live over there that are living against one America got over there, they trying to defend what they got.
Exactly. Little bit they have.
Yeah.
Sheep and a soccer ball.
Yep.
Some pop tarts. Some bullshit.
Right.
Yeah, that's media manipulation.
And then he'll pay off some insurgents over there to make an explosion happen. Do this, do that, to make it look like it's an actual war going on. These people are really bad. You know what I'm saying? Keep the troops motivated. Because once troops see like their friend, their comrades, the person they're fighting next to die, that ultimately motivates them. Keep going, keep fighting. Or even more powerful illusion, they're just going like this. Deck it out as if it didn't get a reason.
Yep. He do that in the movies. That's how the movies are made.
Bro, Hollywood is fucking wicked, bro. And I'm telling you, like, yo, when you read about the accounts of the magician or wizardry about Hollywood, yo, just think about it. That's what Esau does. That's his power. Sorcery. Television. The watching on TV, the news, they are, remember, anything on the camera is what? Scripted and edited. That's their power, that damn TV. That's why they said that's why they pretty much made everything so convenient on the TV. They said, these goddamn big ass TVs, make it more convenient, Make things a little bit cheaper. Let's cut, they complain about selling like this. Let's put the shit in the TV. They always give the people anytime he orchestrates and does something, he wants the people to back him, the people to be on his side, so he can continue with these operations, he can continue these things, You got it, brother.
You was reading.
This is Psalms, continue on in Psalms 94 and verse 5. They break in pieces thy people, O Lord, and afflict thine heritage. They slay the widow and the stranger and murder the fatherless. Yet they say the Lord shall not see, neither shall the power of Jacob regard it. They destroyed our whole nation, What was that for people? Yeah, they think the Lord ain't seen it. They think Yahweh Shah not seeing what he's doing, what this devil's doing behind closed doors. Ultimately, the Lord is allowing this devil,
okay, and controlling this devil, you know, to do these things, man. You know, but you're gonna receive judgment for everything that you've done on this earth, you know, to the land, to sea, the people, the air, all right, you know, the animals, you know, everything that you've done, because the so-called white man destroys everything that he puts his hands on, man, or he even gets close to, you know. So there is a reward for the wicked, all right, and judgment is coming to these elites, man, that are in a position of power currently. That day is coming very, very soon. Yeah, man. You know, Lord's will, you know, brothers and sisters, ratified. We're gonna wrap it up. You know, not get on the body here. You know, we're gonna go ahead and face the east. You know, first and foremost, we're gonna give our praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahshua, Ma'ashem, Kakadash. We double honor to the Buster Jim as well. You know, peace, blessings, salutations to the option, foreigners. Again, stand fast, man. This is the time to establish our minds. You know, wake up to a bigger picture. Realize what's more important. Not to be conformed to this place. You know, mark those niggas out here that's pretty much they're fucking scared. You know, if you're teaching doctrines like that, you see that they're not going to see it resolve everything else. You're a fucking coward. You're pretty much you're fucking scared. You're scared of Massa. You're scared of the bully. You're trying to hide. You're trying to find ways to slither around the bully instead of fucking facing the goddamn bully. You know. Lord's, hey, with that, hey, he was edified. Hey, shalom. Step to America. Hey, Lord's will. This Edomite be taken down soon.
This year.
Shalom. Shalom.